morning.
I was trying to get the applause button ready for you.
Yeah. Good morning, everybody, and welcome to another edition of Good Morning Brick World Hive's gang. The second episode here on my channel, on the new rebranding of it, little spin-off show on our Mother's Day Sunday. So welcome everybody out there. First of all, happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there. Thank you for everything that y'all do.
Happy Mother's Day, yes.
Really appreciate
Mother's
it.
Day.
And fur babies count. So happy Mother's Day to all the fur mothers out there, fur baby mothers. Yeah. So welcome again to another episode. We got a lot of topics to talk about today. We got one last minute, just right off the presses, hot off the presses that Hive brought to our attention. So we'll probably start off with that one here in a little bit. I want to welcome the panel also here in a little bit, and also thank you for everybody that's in the chat. We'll go through that here in just a little bit. I'd like to start every episode, with this new show with a little quote. And so today's a Mother's Day quote. We found one. Me and my wife found one that we thought was kind of funny. It's from Phyllis Diller, and it says, "I want my children to have all the things I couldn't afford. Then I want to move in with them." And I can't say that enough. I hope my kids are very wealthy and rich, and then I get to move in with them in my old age and just mooch off of them like they've been mooching off of me and my wife for the last 13 plus years.
I was talking to somebody about that actually. Like, oh yeah, when your kid gets older, like if they do well and makes good money, you got a nice house that you can live in when you retire or whatever. Blah blah blah. And I was like, yeah, but my kid's gonna be like, my roof. My rules, like that's gonna be a hard pill to swallow, man.
Right. You better be careful what you told them, because it's probably gonna come back twofold. When you're 80,
turn off those lights, old. Dad. You're not paying the electric bill.
Yeah. Exactly. So anyway, thank you for all the mothers out there. You do. God's work out there, and thank you for everything y'all do. You keep this house going. So let's go around the panel and see what's going on. First, we're going to start off with the mothers in the panel, right? We would normally start off with Hive, but Hive's not a mom, so we're going to start off with my lovely wife, Leslie Longoria. L Cubed on here, also Gamble Ace on Instagram.
Just to confuse everyone.
You have like AKAs, up the wazoo. But happy Mother's Day.
Thank you.
And thank you for everything you do. What's going on with you today? What we got planned today? Do you got any plans going on?
Just taking care of my mom and getting her ready for the pre-op surgery.
Yeah, she's having surgery tomorrow, right? Yeah.
And working on a project with the youngest, Alexander Graham Bell.
Yeah.
We got the board going and all.
Yeah, so that's where we went Friday. We had to go find a poster board, and she's doing a
trifold.
And I don't understand a project at the end of the school year.
Every year for 50.
Like literally, we have a week and a half left of school. And they're making them do a
and they don't
project.
have to spend any money, but they have to be in character.
Yeah, they have to be in character. And they said, just grab stuff out of your closet. Who the heck has Alexander Graham Bell stuff in their closet, like suspenders and a white wig, and like nobody just has that laying around.
Or
an old telephone. Yeah, they want an old telephone. It's like, who the heck has a landline still?
You mean you don't have the Lego telephone set?
I do not. I do not. That is one I do not. Yeah.
Hey, I was like, just pull out the blue phone.
That I thought about that when it came out, when she told me that, but I don't have that set.
Well, look, now there's your
none of the girls wanted it, and I didn't want it. So,
man, just tie a bell around their neck. They'll be fine.
That's a cute idea.
There's a fast food restaurant in Corpus Christi, Texas. Speaking of bell, that Leslie loves. It's called Boat Net, and when you order at the drive-through window, it is literally a cowbell that you ring. That is,
have more cowbell.
It's with PVC piping that leads up to the building, and they hear it and they talk to the pipe. They're like, "Oh!" It's like echo. Like, yeah, like a number one. Like that's how it is.
It's crazy.
It's been like that since 1950, and it's still like that now. But really good food. Leslie doesn't like it. It's a hole in the wall kind of place. So. It's something that
boat neck.
Yeah, boat neck. Yeah, that's what she calls it. All right, we'll go next to Quarter Brick. What's going on with you this fine Sunday on Mother's Day? You got any plans going on today?
You're WNBA. Spark.
Oh,
I'm gonna be there the second this is over. So I got
okay.
Oh.
You got to book it, right? What time is the game at?
the game is at 3:00 my time, but there's like a whole bunch of like pregame and all that stuff. So
Oh yeah, because
And
it's the starting
traffic.
of WNBA, right? We'll have a
Yes,
little
sir.
segment here coming up in a bit. All right, cool. Who are you going to go see? Who's
It's gonna
playing?
be LA Sparks versus the 2025 champions Las Vegas Aces.
Oh,
So,
okay. Okay.
Yesterday the Aces lost.
Oh, did they?
Yeah, pretty bad, but to my favorite player. So
Oh, okay. No, that's cool. Who you rooting for? I'm assuming the home team you're rooting for? No? You don't like the Sparks? No? Really?
No, I don't have a favorite team per se. I just have favorite players, and my
Okay.
players are all across. But for a majority of my favorite players are now on the Chicago Sky. So when I go to Brick World, you already know where I'm going.
Oh,
I'm going to
yeah.
see a game.
That's true. Yeah. Have you already gotten your tickets? I'm sure it's gonna
Of
be a
course.
good game. Yeah.
do you
You're like
mean?
that. You're like, I got those before I even got the other tickets.
I got those before I got my plane ticket.
Oh, dang.
Oh, wow. There you go.
Crazy.
So you know what's
Okay.
up.
All right. So what do you got going on today, huh? You gonna take the missus out anywhere? Do a little.
She and my mom? What are you talking about?
Yeah. Well, I know that, but
No. I'm not. She told me she would tell me just later. If she wants to go do anything, and we went out yesterday. And did a bunch of stuff, and I don't know if she wants to. Yeah, we'll go somewhere. But what's actually I left it upstairs. So because she sleeps in on Sundays.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So, like
I would too if I didn't have.
right. But like by the time like Good Morning Brick World, is over, like I go up there, she's up and everything. But so I left her a card. I got her a Mother's Day card from the dog. Because for the first time I've never seen it before. I don't know if it's new or I just never noticed, but like there was a whole section of all the Mother's Day cards from pets. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
So I got her one from Xana Banana.
Hey, nice. Yeah. That's. I mean, once that became a thing, they started. Yeah,
Fur babies.
The card companies are like, yep, that's something else we can make money off of. Let's jump on that.
Yeah.
Well, and it's even more relevant because I've mentioned before, like we adopted Xana. We guessed that she was probably like 2 to 3 years old when we got her, but we're positive like she was like abused, you know what I mean, and probably by a man because she's really sketchy around anybody, but she like warms up to women like really quick, but guys it takes a lot longer. It took like 4 days almost for her to get to me when we first got her. I thought we were gonna have to be like, well, I don't know if this is gonna work out, but if it wasn't for Mrs. Hive, like we would, you know what I mean, because she's the one that connected with her first, almost picked her out, you know what I mean? Right. So that whole bond was created before I even came into the picture. Cool, so I'm hoping she'll like the surprise card from the dog.
That'd be cool. Heck yeah, dude. Yeah, for sure. All right. Yeah, that's for me. I think we're just gonna, after the show's done, I think we're gonna go. We're not gonna fight the crowds. We're definitely not doing that. So we're gonna probably order some food, bring it back to the house, have a little late lunch, early dinner, Mother's Day, and just kind of relax.
And cake.
Yeah, we bought 2 cakes yesterday, by the way. Yeah. That was
just
that was a mistake on my part. We saw one that looked really cool. It was like they made it look like a flower pot with flowers on it and dirt, and I was like, oh, that looks kind of cool. And so I was like, we got to get that one. And then we had gone there for another cake, and so now we have 2 cakes to eat. So and that's first world problems. It's not I'm sure it'll get in this household, and it's not going to be a problem there. We'll definitely knock it out at some point.
You know, when
So
I
yeah,
asked her about like going out or doing something today, you know, she was really adamant about wanting me to fix the lawnmower more than anything.
yeah,
Wow.
more than anything. Yeah,
Yeah, she's like, you need to fix that lawnmower and finish mowing the lawn.
yeah. I was voluntold yesterday that I could clean the room if I wanted to.
Yeah.
I didn't get to it, but I was definitely voluntold that I could do that. It wasn't an option, but yeah, well, you know, kind of got away from me. So that's what we're doing today. We're just going to enjoy Mother's Day. Again, happy Mother's Day to everybody out there. I don't know if my mom is watching. Sometimes she jumps on and watches.
That's
Happy
cute.
Mother's Day to her. Happy Mother's Day to my grandmother out there. I know she's not watching. She doesn't understand YouTube probably. So that's a safe bet that she's probably not watching. Yeah, and so we'll get into some topics here in a little bit. I'm going to play some music and we'll get into some of the comments here and see what we got going on.
Oh, speaking of which, man, I was really digging the intro music, man. I was back here.
Thanks.
I was back here dancing and everything, man. It was great.
Yeah, I saw you dancing. I was like, I tried to change up the music, kept the same video, but you know,
I liked it a lot.
Last week, there's some days at work that I'm kind of like have downtime and I'm just bored. And they're forcing me to use Copilot over there for podcast descriptions. So I'm kind of like, when I don't have anything to do and I got to look busy, I just start putting random stuff through Copilot. And so I'm just like, oh, give me this song or give me this video or whatever. But we also have a music service there that gives me free music instrumentals for us to use for podcasts. So I can type in any genre or feel or whatever and get some kind of something out of it. So I've just been messing around with the music and trying to get a little bit more different music to play on the show. Just kind of change it up a little bit here and there, you know, see what sticks. But thank you. I'm glad you liked it. So let's see what, I don't know. Let's go to this one. All right. Well, let's get up in the comments here. I don't know if that music is too loud.
It's pretty loud.
Yeah, turn down a little bit.
Yeah. Actually, it's hella loud.
If you're not awake, you're awake now.
You scare people away, probably.
Oh, there it is.
There you go.
I know there was a way to control it, and I figured that out.
Everybody in the chat's like, what?
Yeah,
Right.
what? I can't hear what you're saying. All right, guys. So let's go to the chat. Let's see. Mrs. Brick on Brick, good morning. How you doing?
Morning.
Welcome to the show. We got Mayo. Mayo, good morning. Good morning.
Morning,
Thank you
Mayo.
for joining us, Mayo.
Man, for real. It's like probably like 2 a.m. over there.
Yeah. We got Chef. Good morning, Brick people. Good morning, Chef. How you doing this morning, man?
Cooking shit.
My Bricks and me. Good morning. Good morning.
Gina.
Yeah, we got Papa Trip in the house. Good morning, Brick World and family and friends. Thank you for joining us, Papa Trip. Oh, we got this guy, Brick Hive. Good morning, Brick World.
Yeah,
This guy.
Keep going.
This guy. Gamble Ace right here to my
Gamble, what's
right.
happening?
Good morning. Happy Mother's Day to all the moms out there.
Yeah.
On behalf of the kids and fur babies. Yeah, thank you.
Your
my
mama.
Yeah, yeah. That's another song I should have played. Right? I was always playing the Danzig
There's so many
Mother's
mama
song.
songs, man.
Right.
There is.
You did good with the Danzig. That was
Right? Yeah, that was pretty good. Not a lot of people know that one. Happy Mother's Day to all the moms, pet moms, bee moms, and wannabe moms.
There you
Papa
go.
Trip. Thank you, Papa Trip.
Yeah.
Let's see who else we got here. See if I missed anybody else.
Let's go.
We got Rob Claxon. Morning, everybody. Good morning. Good morning, Rob. Morning. Let's see. We got Christine here. Good morning. Good morning,
Morning.
Christine. Thank you for
Morning.
joining us on the second episode of Good Morning Brick World Hive's Gang. I think my music's about to run out.
Just restart it.
Oh, it does
go.
restart.
It
By
kind of
itself.
reminds me of like a little bit of a like a theme song to like an 80s sitcom.
Yeah, right, it does.
Either that
right?
or like the Price is Right.
Right.
Come on.
Come on down.
Jesse's Bricks. Good morning, Brick World.
Hey.
Good morning.
Morning.
Oh, we got Andre in the house. Good
Hey,
morning. Happy
yo.
Mother's Day, everybody. Thank you, Andre. Thank you to all the moms
Morning.
out there. Man said I was sleeping during the first episode. So I'm glad to be awake now. Hey, there you go. Yeah.
That's
yeah. Brits Bricks, good morning. Hello there. Good morning, Brick World in chat. Good morning, everybody.
Morning.
Andre, happy Mother's Day again. Happy Mother's Day to all the moms. See, I hope I'm not going through these all over again.
No.
And by the way, I don't think anybody's going to be upset if anybody just says "Good morning, Brick World" instead of "Good morning, Brick World Hive's gang" on
right.
You know, it's just less than type if you want to just say "Good morning."
Yeah.
DMBWHG.
You don't have to put the whole thing. Yeah.
I just want to throw that out there.
Order 66. Good morning. How you doing? You see, Mayo said, "Is there any WNBA fans out there? What's Cameron Brick's start line for the LA Sparks?"
She's playing, and Derek Fisher stopped coaching in 2022. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I told you I know ball.
Rob back to say, can't wait to get to Brick World next month to see everyone. Yes, we'll all be there. We will all be there. It'll be great.
Actually, are we all going to be there?
Yeah.
Well, no. Linnay's not coming.
Well, Brick Babe's not going to be there.
We'll just have to get shirts printed with their face.
Smokey! Good morning, Brick folks. Good morning. All right, let me see. Let's see what we got.
What's up, Lauren?
Lauren, what's going on? Morning. And I believe that's it. We got to the end of the chat.
Real quick.
Yeah.
That question man said, is LA Sparks, is Derek Fisher still coaching them?
Yeah, she answered that here.
Is he?
No, he stopped in 22. He was there. He was like coach for like 3 years.
That's cool.
Okay.
Yeah, he went from coaching the Knicks, took a break, and then did the Sparks.
Oh, okay. What is he doing now?
Nothing that involves W.
Nothing at all.
And honestly, the only reason why I know that is because I was a Derek Fisher fan. So.
Well, now that we're talking WNBA, you wanna hit the next little thing that we got going on with WNBA talk?
Sure. Let me see if I can. Let's see.
Also, go Spurs.
Yeah. Well, Mama's not here, but the Knicks won too. So congratulations to his Knicks.
Okay,
I'm really hoping that that the Knicks will make it to the finals and the Spurs will make it to the finals, and then that'll give me an excuse to go to New York to hang out with Mamba and go to a game.
Oh yeah.
We'll see.
Let's see, where is it? Where are my notes at? Okay, here we go. So with this, I don't think I said it in the beginning, but this year marks the 30th year for the WNBA, and so it all makes sense how the W and Lego comes into play. Don't worry, guys. I'm not taking over. This isn't Good Morning Brick World. The quarter brick takes over with the WNBA, but still, just got to give you guys just like a quick little rundown of different facts. So WNBA, the league's been around since April. It was officially approved April 24th, 1996. So this is their 30th year. So you'll see all the different logos. So their original slogan was "We got next," and the first game was June 21st, 1997, with the New York Liberty and Los Angeles Sparks. So that was one of the original teams.
Okay.
But even though that was their first game in like that season, Lisa Leslie, she did her first dunk, and then no one's dunked in the WNBA yet. Possibly Dawn Malonga might dunk this year, but that's TBD. And then as far as championships, there was the Houston Comets. They're no longer around, but the WNBA is focusing on expanding teams. So there's talks that the Houston Comets may come back. That will be my favorite team. With that, so there's talks about that because right now they're in an expansion phase. So last year they had the Golden State Valkyries. That was their first team that was their first expansion in like 20 years.
Okay.
Like 15, 20 years. This year they have two teams, the Toronto Tempo and the Portland Fire. So those are two new teams for this year. So that's why there's talks of bringing back some of the original teams. But with that, the Houston Comets, so far, they're the only ones that basically like the dynasty, like how the Lakers, they had their thing. And so with the Bulls, they had 3 consecutive they have 4 consecutive championships. And with that, they are called the Big Three. So they had Cheryl Stroups, Cynthia Cooper, one of my favorite players, and Tina Thompson. Some of y'all have probably heard those names around with that. And then, so now with that, you see the different logos and everything. Now with the WNBA doing their expansions and everything, Lego, they did she built that partnership, which that goes in line with with the WNBA, because with that, WNBA is all about equality, women's rights, and things with that. Same thing with the Lego. She built that. And so with that, they had a theme song. I couldn't get the video to play, but for those of you, that was last summer in 2025. And with that, if you guys get a chance, check it out. It's on YouTube. So the song actually, if you see here, the minifigs are with Run DMC,
Oh
because the
yeah.
song sampled It's Like That.
Ah, okay.
Yep. Fun
Heck
fact,
yeah.
fun fact with that.
Fun fact.
So,
Fun facts.
so with that, and that whole theme was just helping like young girls reclaim like that building is not just for boys, similar to
Right.
WNBA. Sports are
Right.
not just for men.
For men.
And
Yeah.
therefore, last summer, Lego partnered with Nike with that, with their Nike Air, the Dunks, and they're still doing partnerships now with soccer. And so with that, on top of with their collaboration, Lego collaborated with four-time WNBA champion Asia Wilson.
Okay.
And with that, she ended up doing, because she grew up liking Lego and building with it. She's not an AFOL, but she still understands the things with building. Girls, she gives away. She has I believe three different shoes now. They're called A1. So she gives them away to girls. She does a lot of things with empowering girls to play basketball and break all those stereotypes.
Right.
So with that, with the collaboration, there's this thing called Clicked In, and it's a short with 8 episodes. It's on YouTube with that, so that she has her own little minifig and all the different things with that. It's really cute. You guys check it out.
I love that basketball.
Yeah, that's
cool.
cool.
The basketball. Her whole thing is pink, so they have that. It's just her with that. And then Paige Buckers. Some of you guys may know if you guys do watch WNBA, but Paige she was the #1 draft last year pick, so she's on the Dallas Wings. Paige Buckers, she's the first WNBA player to do a collaboration with Lego, and she also is an AFOL. So there are things coming up in the works with that, because she signed a multi-year contract with Lego. So nothing's been released yet, but she posts on her TikToks and different things of that nature.
Oh, that's so cool. Heck yeah.
Yeah, so
that's following her.
Yeah, that's kind of like bringing in, both worlds in that sense of like, the women's basketball, and women in Lego, and that you can, that there's a space for everybody in both of those, so that, kudos to them to putting that together and getting that all kind of worked out. Yeah, that's kind of cool. Heck yeah.
Yeah, so in honor of the WNBA 30 years, and of course, it's still a Lego show, but I still got to throw in my other hobby.
Yeah, for sure. Thank you for bringing that. Yeah, heck yeah. Yep. Thank you. We got some more comments out there. We got Pink Wills. Morning, happy Mother's Day to all moms out there. Good morning, Pink Wills. Oaktown Bricks is there. What's up, Oaktown? How you doing? Let's see who else. Did I miss anybody else? Oh, EMS Bricks. Also knows Renee. Hey, friends. Happy Mother's Day to all the moms, stepmoms, fur babies, moms out there. Yeah, stepmoms too. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, in any form for sure. Yeah. Thank you for everything y'all do out there, especially stepmoms. You're taking on somebody else's kids at that point. So that's even, that's you got to really love that. So if you're gonna step into that role, for sure. So thank you for everybody out there,
and also the foster moms and adoptive moms too.
Yes, yeah, for sure. Heck yeah.
Definitely taking on somebody else's child.
Yeah. Being a step parent, that's a whole nother thing too, man. Because that's what I've kind of grown up with is, step parents, and then my kid kind of had a step parent too, you know what I mean? So that's not an easy thing to do. Yeah. Yeah, on both ends for sure. Yeah. All right, let's get into we'll do a little news here. You want to do a little news, guys? We'll talk a couple sets in the news that I think we should talk about. All right. I thought I had them ready here in my little thumbnails, but I didn't. But the first one we're going to talk about is the one that got revealed. It's, I believe, coming out in June, the Big Apple set that's coming down. Let me see if I can pull it up. But y'all know which one I'm talking about. Yep.
The Big Apple New York set.
I mean, I can see that being popular with different people for different reasons, you know,
Oh, yeah.
especially if you're a New Yorker, you know what I mean?
Right.
I was saying that someone's probably gonna mock the back out and put the the bat signal on the back.
Yeah, but then it's going to be Gotham City, not New York City.
Right.
What's the difference? What's the difference?
Gothic buildings, I would imagine. But of course, yeah, it would depend. You know, what's interesting about that, and I brought this up the other night, was I'm not accusing, but it was interesting that Iceberg and man, what was his partner's name in Lego Masters? But they made a New York like city, you know, mock. And
really?
They had an apple as a background. Now it was not black; it was like, you know, red and everything. But
see, that's what I thought. Like when I first saw this, I thought it should have been red.
Oh yeah,
as opposed to black. I understand what they're doing. That they're doing like a night sky, but I think it would have popped more, even just hints of red, or just you know.
For me, it wasn't just about a night sky. I thought it would. I thought that they were hinting at, you know, the city that never sleeps. I thought that was the whole thing.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I didn't get
what
that,
I find.
Yeah, I see that now.
What I find interesting about it, though, is, and I could be wrong about this, but is there any other architecture sets that have a backdrop? You know what I mean? Because why would this one have a backdrop? I get it, you know what I mean? But
yeah, you're right.
I keep thinking about
the Paris
the version they did on Lego Masters, man.
yeah, right.
What's that? Jay?
Did the Paris one have one? The new one that they just did?
I don't know.
No. Yes. Yeah, it does. Yeah, it does.
Does it?
Yeah, because the Eiffel Tower is higher. It has a backdrop.
But that's a newer one, right? The Paris one.
Yeah.
I don't see what that backdrop looks like, though.
But yeah, it's a cool build. I like it. But like you're right. Like if you're, you know, you're from New York
architecture, but they already have a New York City architecture, don't they?
They retired it.
Yeah.
And for anybody, if you guys don't have it, I'm selling it at Brick World.
It's like, isn't there any cool other cool cities that they could do? You know, since they've already done New York.
Yeah, they've done San Francisco, they've done New York.
I mean, what are they going to make New York? The TIE Fighter of architecture sets, where they're just going to keep making the same.
They haven't done Seattle, have they? Or like Washington?
No,
like
that would be cool for the tower.
Yeah,
or Vegas. I wonder why they haven't done
Vegas. Would be a good one.
Yeah, they probably don't want to promote gambling besides their own CMF line,
which we'll talk about here in a little bit. Yeah, it kind of reminds me of. We're working on it right now. It kind of reminds me of the way the Van Gogh was kind of built, you know, where it has that stack.
Yeah. Oh, you guys are done? Oh, yeah.
Almost.
Or no, not yet?
No, we're on the last bag.
It's retired and we're still working on it.
Yeah, like we've literally been working on that dang thing for 3 years, I think. For some reason, we just stopped building it and then would build it again and stop building it. Excuse me. And we were on the last page and we still didn't.
Holy cow, dude. I didn't realize it was $140.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's $140. Yeah, you can pre-order it right now, today.
Yeah, well, it can also do a lot of other things that I won't mention on Good Morning Brick World, man. But
yeah, no, it's $140.
I mean, come on,
it's $140.
Come on, guys. Like, I'm not.
How many pieces?
Just get ready to say that's a decent size. You know what I mean? It's not too small.
1,400.
Think about it.
465.
It's 18 plus. Of course, is there anything less than $100 that's 18 plus?
No,
dude, $140 for this is just robbery.
Yeah, it's not. I mean, like you said, you really got to love New York, or you got to be from there. Like this would be right.
Like someone might have a city. Someone might have a city, or just like, you know, to have that in there.
Right.
Man.
Kind of blend in, because that one, it looks like, I mean, I would get it if it wasn't $140 and if it hangs.
I'm gonna rant about this set twice now. I just can't look. I know obviously it's the common thing, like it was expensive or whatever, but every once in a while, man, I'm still shocked. You know, I just can't see why that's $100. I thought it was gonna be like $80 or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I can't with Lego, man.
I said they're getting their money's worth.
No minifig set to start that double. No thanks. Yeah.
Oh yeah, no.
I mean, it's as per usual, it has nothing to do with it. Like, it's a nice looking set. You know what I mean? Like, it's not the design or nothing like that. You know what I mean? But I'm just like, God dang, dude.
Just why?
Yeah, for that price, yeah, I just like it's not. It's a cool set, but you know, if you're not really from New York into New York, I just don't see people paying $140. You know, with the love sign, you know, yeah, that's Philadelphia, but like it's different because that's more iconic, especially like in the skating community. Like that is in almost every skating video.
But it's something you can pluck out of the city and use as something nice to display.
Yeah, you can put it all over the place.
It's like, I'm sure there's stuff like the Statue of Liberty. You know, a lot of people don't have to be from New York to maybe want like
right. I can see that more than this set. Yeah, for sure, because you could incorporate that into your city for sure. You could just randomly put a Statue of Liberty.
I also, if something like if somebody made like, and I think I've seen one in the past, but like a memorial type mock for the Twin Towers or something like that. I think that's something like a lot of Americans would get. You know, especially ones that were at least can remember it vividly. You know, during that time period.
Right.
Yeah.
Justin said New York turns easily into Gotham. Yeah, I mean, I guess you could kind of mix it into, you know, your Batman stuff. But I just don't, you know, with that backdrop, that's kind of a weird, mixture into Batman with that, I guess.
I think it would be cool though, even if you didn't change into Gotham or whatever, like if you just put like, if you had like a little tiny bat wing or something and you can put it in the skyline or something
somewhere
like that.
In there.
Like that would be pretty cool.
Like, mock that into the background like a bat wing.
You know, gobo light that shoots it off.
Oh, the lighting expert over here, or we could put a gobo light that
even though it would make more sense to put something Marvel in there somehow, just because it's New York City. You know, like that's the thing about DC is DC takes place in like these fake cities like Gotham and Metropolis and I forgot the one for Flash. These not Emerald City. That's like Wizard of Oz.
That's Wizard of Oz. That's a different.
But like but in Marvel they use like real cities pretty much. You know, like New York is obviously the biggest one. You know, but
yeah. Well, so that from that set to we'll talk about this one here. Let's see. Where's the share screen? I'm still getting used to the share screen.
Yeah, it's weird because when you share the screen, you can't see the chat.
You can't see anything. Yeah. So this road bike, which is also $130.
I actually might get that.
Really? Okay.
I can hang it.
Yeah.
Dude,
yeah.
I cycle, so.
Okay, yeah, that's what I was going to say. Again, this is another like niche item, right? This is another niche set where, unless you're into biking, you know, my fat butt ain't gonna is not into biking, so I'm not gonna buy a bike that's gonna sit on my wall or on my desk or anything like that. It's cool, I like it, but
I think it's redundant, honestly. And I know I'm the negative one here, but I'm like, look. This is something ridiculous. There's a lot of things that Lego makes, like this, like a typewriter, like, you know, like there's stuff they make, and I'm like,
the typewriter is cool.
Look. Are you talking about?
I understand if somebody wants to mock something like that, but to put it on like a production scale and act like everybody's going to want to buy it, like a bike. This bike, what do you? I get you want to hang it up, but I'm like, what's the point? It's not minifigure scale. It's not big enough for you to ride. Like, why are you? What are you doing with this bike? You know what I mean? And it's $130, man.
Why get a Jeep? Why get the Mercedes?
Well, it's pretty.
You can't drive
it.
No.
That's not the right announcement because you have Lego bikes. There's Lego bikes, just like there's Lego cars. You've already got a bike if you want a bike, but I don't understand this little tiny one that you got to put like your pet dog, like your little dog on.
He's gonna ride on it. Yeah, I'm Pookie on it.
Just so, in a circus,
in the upscale.
Oh, look at the little seat. I mean,
look a water bottle.
For the people that are hardcore bikers and they're like, man, I really need a bike in my life.
Yeah, but no, this is definitely I feel like this is also one of those things for people who aren't necessarily into Lego, but that's just the one thing. Like, yo, I'm a cyclist. That looks cool. Let me buy it and build it. And that's
the pedals work. Like the pedals work, right? I think they move.
I know, but it's just like, why not?
It works.
You just ride your bike. And if you want a Lego bike, they have Lego bikes.
That's the same thing with the cars.
No. I mean, but
if you want a car, just go buy the car.
No, I'm saying like there's already Lego bikes. There's already like if you want like a Lego bike, there's a Lego bike. You know, there's all kinds of Lego bikes. You know what I mean?
Is it? Oh,
yeah, they're for minifigs.
No, that's different. It's different. Yeah, I have one somewhere over here from the Friends set.
No, what I'm saying is like there are certain things that are just niche, very niche, and I understand if a mock builder wants to build them, but to make a mass production and take up shelf space for the very small percentage of people that just love riding bikes so much that they'll buy a $130 miniature bike,
like Smokey said, for the Peloton people.
It's just like, look, I was talking to Brent the other day about like it'd be really cool to see a Lego skateboard. You know what I mean?
What's the difference from a skateboard and a bike?
Yeah, but what I'm saying is if they built a Lego skateboard to buy for $130, I still would say that's dumb. Because it's just like there's already little mini Lego skateboards for your minifigs. And if I want to be a skateboarder, I'll just go ride a skateboard. Just like when they made the Game Boy.
I like the Game Boy,
man. And
I like the Game Boy.
Why are you making something that's
I like the Game Boy. And just like they have the Lego roller skates.
I just think there's much better things that they could take up shelf space with. You know what I mean? It's not like Lego's not putting out like 800 and some sets every year or whatever. You know what I mean?
And it's 1,000 pieces, I believe, over 1,000 pieces, right?
Yeah, it's
1,015,
just a little over,
just shy of over, just over. But
if anybody likes them, obviously, just like with everything I ran about, man. I mean, that's great. You know what I mean? I just think it's. Look, I always joke about like the next thing that's coming is a Lego VCR.
Yo,
you know, and then maybe a Lego sundial. Maybe a Lego 8-track player, you know. It's
we have the VHSs from the
I know.
What is it? The villain set.
But like you can make a lot of stuff out of Lego, but it doesn't mean that you should.
I got it on the shelf over here. Super dope, super cool.
I don't know.
I just think a lot of stuff that Lego makes, I think it's just better for mock builders to just make.
So Hive. So what about the Pac-Man? So what about like the Pac-Man, the Atari, the Super Nintendo? Yeah, the Nintendo NES. Yeah. No, not Nintendo NES, just the regular Nintendo. Yeah, the Mario one. What about those?
The same thing. Like I didn't think. I mean, I like the Nintendo. The thing is I like these builds.
Yeah,
but I don't like them enough to be like, yeah, let me spend $140
I know.
bucks on it. But I can go spend $140 on a Nintendo.
For me, a lot of it's about that pretentious attitude that Lego has. It's like, look, we're gonna produce or make a set. We're gonna make a Game Boy set that will be more expensive than the actual Game Boy, but you can't do anything with the Game Boy.
No, the Game Boy set was
look at it and build it one time. You know what I mean, huh?
The Game Boy set was like $60, bro. It wasn't in the hundreds.
Yeah, but you're wasting all of that.
I just feel like
you're wasting all that time and effort into something that's not even playable.
Yeah, but the Game Boy itself, I think I found them for roughly $80 maybe online or whatever, man. And it's like, okay, maybe they're $20, $30 more than the Lego set, but at least you can play it. You know what I mean?
I got mine for $65.
Well, see that it's the same exact price
for a Game Boy.
Yeah.
You know, it's kind of like, in a way, a similar example to what I was talking about the other night about the life-size cars, the life-size Lego cars and stuff they make, right? And everybody's like, oh, and I'm just like, well, what about the environment, right? They're always preaching about the environment. And then I've seen them make the life-size, like, X-Wing or whatever, and everybody loves that too. And I'm like, well, what if they just build, like, a minifig scale Death Star? It's going to be whatever, like a 1.5 miles long or whatever. I mean, it's possible.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, should they do it? Is everybody just going to keep cheering on? Like how crazy this stuff, like how bored are we that we just got to keep making more and more stuff that like is almost really kind of irrelevant just because it might look cool. You know what I mean? I don't know.
You're right. I mean, they just have, it's not like they have a lot of space to just be making extra sets and all that kind of stuff. They're bringing out so many. I would think that they would kind of know what they're bringing out and what's going to sell more. I just don't see a lot of people going day one, June 1st to buy the bike. Like I just don't see.
Oh, no, definitely not day one.
I don't see the bike selling out. You know what I'm saying? So like, I would think in sense of Lego, you're trying to make money here. Why would you put out a set that's going to be for maybe a third of the audience that bicyclists that are into Lego? I mean,
I understand certain things.
Like a Tour de France kind of thing,
Right. And maybe the bike would make more sense in my eyes if they weren't already making so much stuff. You know what I mean?
But if you look at on the on the website on Lego, it says on here, treat yourself or gift a cycling enthusiast. That's literally what they're doing.
Well, I don't
That's
know
what they
why
want.
anybody else would buy it if they weren't cycle enthusiasts.
Yeah.
That's the whole reason why. But that's their thing. They know
How many
who they're going to try
Lego
to.
AFOLs have you met that are bicyclist enthusiasts? Other than Jay, like on
Hi,
this
everybody.
panel alone,
You know the funny thing also about that is
you're
I know
1/4
that
of the.
I know there's a mountain bike, and I know there's like I guess what we call like
Fixed. I have my
bike or
road
whatever.
bike and fixed bike on my
Well,
balcony.
I never knew there was a road bike. I thought it was just called a
Yeah.
bike.
No, there's road, mountain.
Like a
I've
dirt bike.
never in my life heard road bike.
Because it's for it's the tire. It's
I've heard
based off the
dirt bike.
tires. Yeah.
Okay.
And BMX. I have a BMX in the garage. Yeah. I'm about
More
that
than
life.
Super
I used to
Cabaret.
have a BMX with the pegs on it and everything.
Oh yeah.
Well,
And I
yeah.
disconnected the one brake. So only had like the rear brake. Oh yeah, good time. But no, the bikes, but they're the different names based off of the frame and the wheels.
Uh-huh.
So like it's just like cars, like you have your all-terrain tires and then you have your seasonal tires.
My dad was a huge cyclist, man. He rode his bike from DC to Florida.
Oh,
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, he's about that life.
Yeah, man. Yeah, he used to take that stuff seriously.
Yeah,
BMX
see, if they would have
bike
done a
with
BMX,
the-
yes.
yeah. See, if they
I
would have
would've
done like a
been cool, man,
BMX
yeah.
series with a little minfig, yeah.
But see,
That
and
I
someone's
could
probably
see.
gonna mock it out and turn it into a BMX.
I see
It's not that
more
hard.
people that would be into like BMX stuff than to be into that bicycle right there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, if they would have done BMX, I don't know. Do kids BMX still? I don't know.
I don't know what kids do nowadays. Sitting on their phones.
Right?
Yeah.
They had the hoverboards, those things.
Yeah, my girls don't
I
even
thought that
ride
was
their
fake.
bikes anymore.
They scooter.
They scooter
Like
now.
scooter.
Yeah, everything's scooters now.
Oh yeah, e-bikes and e-scooters.
Huh.
So Jay is a perfect example of the cycling fans or the fans crazy, but yeah.
I mean,
Hey,
think about
look,
look,
I've
look, look.
always been that one friend. If anybody goes on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire and there's a phone a friend, put me on that list. I know that random fact. Don't ask me why. I just do.
I mean, would you guys be okay if they made like a sewing set?
They have one.
You know?
There's a third party one that has one.
No, I'm talking about Lego, putting it on the shelves.
And that would be for your seamstress.
Yeah, but how many like the amount of
You'd be
seamstresses that
surprised.
do Lego that are AFOLs, and is that even a thing anymore?
But
Seamstress.
they're not going. Oh heck yeah, they're not going.
I mean, not
Dustin,
as
they're not
what
going
as
for
it was
8.
back in.
Let me give you another example, a little more on the Star
early
Wars level.
2000s, 1900s, whatever.
Okay, so speaking of Star Wars, so you have people who cosplay. They have to sew
Right.
their stuff. The
Mhm.
furries. They have to
Well,
make their
when
stuff.
when I was bringing up Star Wars, I was gonna say, so for all my Lego Star Wars fans out there, how much have they done sets for the sequels? Huh?
Yeah.
Crickets.
Not much. Not much. You know what I mean? So again, Lego trolling Star Wars fans. They're like, you know what? We know there's a niche group of people that like cycling on their road
Cruiser,
bikes. You know what I mean? Let the mountain bikers and the BMX bikers, screw them. But those that like on the road bike, we got you. We got you. Because we're gonna call it a road bike. It's just instead of just a bike. But yeah,
But the
sequel
same thing with
Star
the
Wars
Vespa.
fans seem to be a niche group of people. Because the sequels suck.
No, they have the Vespa.
Yeah.
Just retired. Yeah, people bought the Vespa.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
that's a little
Vroom,
different, I think.
Meet.
Yeah, I think that's a little.
How is that different? Because I saw the Vespa, I just thought of like, I don't know, the Hillary Duff movie. And just like, oh, meet.
No, I hear you, man. I hear you. I don't know what the Vespa was all about either, man. That's billing, man. That's billing, making
true.
like
That
the
is true.
Fiat. Oh, look, it's a Fiat.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? How you gonna make
Hey,
a Mustang
don't
and
knock
stuff,
the
and then you got a
Fiat.
Fiat next to it? It's like, come on, man. So now they're like, oh,
pick your lane,
over
pick your
here,
lane.
we like to ride our road bikes. So let's make a road bike set for all the
There we
cyclists
go.
out there. Next thing you know, we're gonna make some clogs.
Oh,
Like wooden clogs, but they'll be made out of plastic.
Yeah.
But what company is that made that?
What, Crocs?
What off-brand company? Because Super said that that they like the off-brand beach bike.
Yeah.
Oh,
The
dude,
Lego bike.
beach cruisers were great.
Yeah, that would be
Dude,
cool.
Yes, that would actually.
Man, you could put a rhinoceros on them handlebars and ride.
Man,
Like they were so great, and the seats were so huge.
Get your basket.
Oh, she thinks
man,
it's
put a
fantasy.
basket on there.
Oh, what's your fantasy? Let me look.
What's your fantasy?
Ooh, man, I should put on some Earth, Wind, and Fire right now.
Yeah.
I thought you were going to say something else.
That's for after the show.
So then I want Michelle Mountain Fig.
This is
won
cool.
a ton of rally races in the 80s. Came in second overall with the championship twice. True, the best motorsports driver all time. Yeah, we should get some of those instead of.
Okay, here I just put in the chat. It's not out yet, but that's actually pretty cool.
Oh, the private chat.
Oh, hold on a minute.
Let me see. Let me open it up. See if I can.
Fantasy.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Oh,
let me share
see,
that.
now
Right.
that's
Okay,
nice.
this is okay.
That's a nice looking set. And I know a lot of people are going to be like, Hive, aren't you being a little hypocritical? You like that bike, but not
No,
Lego's
but
bike?
like when you guys see it, yeah.
Yeah,
like
but
that
this
is
has got a
cool.
lot more to it, man. It's
Yeah,
more
see,
like
this is
a
more of a.
Picnic,
Yeah.
the radio. Okay, you know what? Yeah, now the
Because
Lego.
Lego got that modern art look going on with their bike set. You know what I mean? Just a plain red bike.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah, I'm gonna get this.
You
I'm
got
getting this
one.
instead.
Dude, this one's got like 2 baskets on
You
it.
got that one or that one.
I'm getting that one.
2 baskets. Yeah, right.
You
2
get a
baskets on
you
it.
can get a little doggy. Like a little doggy.
Little picnic area.
Right,
like,
got the lamp.
How much is that?
It's not out yet.
it's not out, but
There's,
it should tell
okay, it's
you.
not out yet. Well, they don't
Well,
give
it's
you a
sold
price
out.
of what it's going to be.
But
It's sold out. How is it
I mean,
sold out? You know how much it is?
coming soon. Coming soon is it sold out? Which one is it?
Look,
Oh my god, I thought it said $179.
Oh, look,
right there
there's
for
your
it.
telephone, dude.
God dang it, dude! It's not even a cool looking phone. It's one of them old ass
Yeah,
this is one, yeah.
dial phones.
This is what I was talking about.
Yeah, this is Alexander Graham Bell. This is what we need for
Fantasy.
my daughters.
I was just ripping on Lego for doing this stuff, man. Dude, is that a snitch on top of that radio? You see in the middle there?
Oh, yeah. That's what
Yeah.
it looks like, right?
Yeah. Oh, never mind. Dude,
Oh,
but
it lights
good on
up.
them for making really awesome buildings, though. But
This
if
one's
they're,
$70
if
bucks.
they're
Okay,
charging
yeah.
170 and stuff for their buildings, like they're not far behind Lego, so they need to
Right.
check themselves.
No, but theirs, if I'm not mistaken, I think most of theirs actually comes with lighting too.
Oh, well, then that's
Yeah.
a plus. Yeah.
Yeah,
Never mind.
because we know LumiBricks.
Isn't
has
that
lighting.
weird that Lego hasn't taken on the whole lighting thing?
I don't
You
want
would-
them to. Do you know how much that will cost? Let's not.
Yeah.
Please.
Well, yeah, but they should at least try to dabble in it. I mean,
No, but
there's
they
a market
do.
for it. There's a whole lot. I mean, they could even get with another lighting company like my bricks or
Well,
whatever.
but see,
you know,
They have their
key
miscellaneous
component-
ones, like both of these. Because what the Hocus Pocus, this one lights up, and no, the A-frame cabin doesn't. What else? They have like the Halloween one. They have their random things that light up.
Oh yeah.
See, my
yeah.
thing is like,
Oh, the Pac-Man that lights up.
Jay said, you know, it was the key thing, I think, is like, you know how expensive that would be? And she speaks the true, don't get me wrong, but it really makes me mad because it doesn't we're talking more basic than Christmas lights, man. Like there's no reason
seriously.
at all that Lego should have to charge an arm and a leg for these things. That makes me think if anything more confirms that they just ride on their name now more than anything.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
It's like
course,
somebody
yeah.
somebody brought up to
They
me
do.
something very interesting, and it was a really good point that I just didn't really think about, where advertising Lego is more important than the Lego product with a lot of stuff. You know what I mean? Like
That
the
makes sense,
image,
yeah.
the image around it, and that's the whole thing. Is like, and when Jay said exactly something that's true, because we know what it would be expensive, but it's like, yeah,
Mhm.
Lego, you can't make us just some lights and be reasonable. Like make your
Right.
money. Don't get me wrong, because I'm sure even if you went very reasonable, you'd still probably make a huge profit margin off of it. You know what I mean? Especially if you have your boys over in China make it, instead of like making it somewhere else, like that would not pay.
I think especially because they light the bricks versus like how what is it? LumiBricks, how they do it. Lumi has like the wiring through it. So that's also where they're able to have their prices be comparable to Lego with being lit up. Let me see. Yeah, because I have it. Hold on. Let me.
I just saw Gina's comment about the bike making it the Pee Wee.
Yeah, when Pee Wee Herman. Yeah,
dude.
yeah.
And
Oh,
look,
yeah.
look. That's
That's
different because if they made the Pee Wee bike, I'd
Yes.
probably buy it.
Yes,
I'm serious.
That's more iconic than that one for sure.
Dude,
for sure.
I really got to go back and watch that movie again, man. There's so many great
and they could put so many little
scenes.
Easter eggs in there. Remember, like in the movie, the chain was coming from the bottom of the thing because they just kept pulling and they left it in there. You could see it on the bottom. They should do that, like have it half out of the thing, you know, where it's coming in.
There's so many things they could do, and then give us a Pee Wee minifig, dude.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it'd be perfect.
For those of you that don't know, like, so like this is a LumiBrick / Fun Home. They have the wiring.
Put you on.
That's a LumiBrick set.
Yeah,
I really like that.
I'm doing something with it.
Dude, that looks amazing though.
Yes, the motel. I was messing around with it because I wanted to do the Halloween theme, so it's a little tattered. But like the details on these things are like insane.
Highlight you, but I don't know how to do that.
Yeah, so like the lights are over here. Like you just, and they have it where you can wire it through the bricks and it's not like showing. So like in the back, this is like the whole like, it's fine.
I mean, I really give it up to them because making the lights, I need to retread something I just said, because making the lights, yes, should not cost barely anything. That should be easy. However, I will give it up to them that no matter what you're doing, if it's LumiBricks or if it's Lego, it does take time for somebody to configure the lights into the set. You know what I mean? Like knowing, we're going to take this brick out or this brick out, or we need to know this wire goes here, this wire goes there. Speaking of lights, though, man, LumiBrick, big W to them for some of the bricks they've actually created to let wires kind of go through. Like, dude, good stuff. Yep. Oh, and by the way, if you're talking about lights, Pink Wheels is
Pink
like a light
is
expert.
Amazing.
Oh, yeah. Pink Wheels like makes her own lights.
Pink makes her own. Yeah.
They use Christmas lights to display and cut, splice and stuff like that. I mean, if you're comfortable doing all that, I would probably start a fire or something if I decided to splice stuff up.
I mean, I've done electrical work for a long time, so I'm good at like wiring and splicing and all that stuff. What I don't have a lot of experience is soldering. With electronics, I've soldered pipes together and stuff, but like electronics is obviously a lot smaller and more delicate.
The only thing that I would say is that
I need a solder iron.
The only thing I would say that I don't like about Lumi / Fun Home are their figs. They're like
somebody up here.
Yeah.
By the way, I saw Oaktown was saying rest in peace to Paul Rubin. Definitely.
Yes.
Speaking of Paul Rubin, I don't know, just a coincidence. This morning, I just happened to see a clip of the funny scine where he dies in Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Like the original movie.
Favorite.
Dude, it's like the best death scene ever, man. Paul Rubin was such a great, versatile actor, man. He just everybody showed him for Pee Wee Herman, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean,
he was in a bunch of movies, dude.
He got his start off with Cheech and Chong. That's how that character kind of came about. That. It wasn't even a kid's character in a sense. He was like,
look, obviously, he made some mistakes in life. But he was
his choices,
but he was definitely like a cool dude. Like when I was growing up as a kid and I saw him as Pee Wee Herman, like Pee Wee's Playhouse and stuff, I thought he was, like, oh, he's a kid, like kids show entertainer, but he was like kind of a square dude or whatever, you know what I mean? Maybe even a little weird or whatever. But as I got older, and then I saw like he was in Cheech and Chong, he was in the movie Blow. Like he was a really cool dude.
Really good. Yeah, that character of Blow was really good, man. He was a versatile actor. He could. Everybody knew him as Pee Wee Herman, and it probably took a lot of people to get away from that. That kind of child.
The good thing about Pee Wee Herman that helped him though was Pee Wee Herman was a caricature. You know what I mean? Right, so when he got out of that character and had his hair a little longer or what, you know what I mean? Like at least that helped him look different. You know what I mean? Unless you really knew who he was, you probably wouldn't even have recognized him.
Right. Exactly. Click and Cliff says, "Yo, good morning, everybody. Good morning, Click and Cliff. Thank you for joining us.
Good morning, everybody.
Let's see." Super Congress says Blow. That's a movie I haven't seen in a long time. Yeah,
great movie, man.
It was a great movie though. Very intense, but a good movie. Yeah, for sure. Cliff said Happy Mother's Day to everybody out there. Yes. Happy Mother's Day. Let's continue that. Wish everybody out there Happy Mother's Day.
I was thinking, I wonder if there's like a gang of bicyclists out there that are gonna come after me now.
Right.
My comments about that bike
Dude,
set.
the bicycle.
They're gonna have their
community-
biker shorts on, man, just like coming at me on their bikes. And
I'm telling you, the bicycle community there's some tough people, because there's been
You're
times
gonna
on
hear
the air
them.
where we've kind of
It's all right. I'll call all my
You'll
skateboard
hear
friends,
them coming
man.
with
The
their
skateboard
shoes.
community come to my aid.
What I have a problem with is sometimes when they're like, and it's always, my deal is, okay, I'm heading to work at 8:30 in the morning. I got somewhere to go, right? And then there's a bicyclist that obviously is way richer than I am, because at 8:30 in the morning, he's not on his way to work. He's just strolling through the mountains, bicycling on the side of the road, holding up traffic. That's where I have a problem.
You sound jealous.
That's where I have. I am jealous. Yeah, I want to do nothing at 8:30 in the morning on a Monday and bicycle around town. I would bicycle around town.
Ironically,
I want to be able to have the option to be rich enough to just be like, you know what? Tuesday morning at 9, I'm just gonna take a stroll around. I'm gonna put on some really tight clothes and act like I'm in the Tour de France and run around the mountains.
When I would go visit my dad, because he's a hardcore cyclist, he didn't have a car. He just rode his, because he lived in DC for a while.
Oh yeah, you don't need a car.
Yeah. So, but when I would go ride with him, I'd put on those biker shorts, and I was a little, I was like, man, you can really kind of see some stuff going on here, man.
Yeah. You gotta be pretty confident in yourself to be able to put those shorts on.
And that was the thing about my dad, man. Like, my dad was confident, dude. My dad he told me a story about one of the times he got a gun pulled out of him in DC is because a taxi cut in front of him. And when you're on a bike, you've got the right of way on the right. So my dad, he said it was going to cut in front of him. It started to, and my dad hit the hood of his car. Slammed his fist on the hood of his car and was like, man, watch where you're effing going or whatever. And then the cab driver just pulled a gun out on him, dude, was going to shoot him.
Dang.
That is
that could.
That sounds like GTA.
I should buy that bike for my dad, honestly. There you go.
Are you gonna ride it?
You should.
Yeah, and then I can rant about myself for complaining about it.
And then you rant about yourself for paying all that money. Yeah. For a bike that you're not going to be able to do anything with.
I mean, hey, with the prices of gas, I don't know, Hive. You might.
Yeah,
I mean, team cycling.
This. I'm not trying to be political here, but this war keeps going. This gas price keeps going up. I mean, it's getting bad over here in Georgia. I cannot.
Who's going to be laughing now?
I cannot imagine what Jay's paying for gas.
I'm a little privileged in all this though, because my job, they provide me a vehicle and pay for gas. So I don't drive my truck. I drive my truck a little bit on the weekends.
Yeah,
I put maybe a quarter of a tank in. I get up to a quarter of a tank is like $35.
Yo, that used to fill up my car. I just go to the I don't even look. I just sit in there.
Jeez.
I have a Elantra. I have like a little basic.
I wish I could put $35 is like half a tank.
Oh no, not anymore. No, not anymore. I'm paying like $75, like $70.
$80,
I'm not looking.
If you can get the money to swing it, I highly recommend, because like I said, we laced our roof with solar panels.
I know.
We got a battery pack thing in the garage. So like Mrs. Hive, she has a hybrid. So she puts gas in it, but she barely ever uses the gas because she just plugs the car in and it's fully charged. It's enough to get her to work and back. You know what I mean? Like, and it's weird because the car charges. Like if you're driving and you let go of the gas, it starts charging.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty wild.
Yeah, no, for me, for my lifestyle and my work, hybrid is not. No.
I would like to get an straight up electric vehicle.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Just
for like local stuff, yeah.
Well, like I said, if a lot of people, they have still have to pay for their electric. But not only we not pay for electric, but like we get money back. We produce so much electricity because
how long did it take you to start to, like, in other words, how long did it take to make the money back that you put in for the solar panels?
We still have because remember we've got a huge amount of space up there.
Right.
So we put panels on both sides of the roof. And it's basically $40,000, $50,000. Now, the state of Maryland gave us, I could be wrong, but I want to say 15 grand.
Okay.
Like tax rebate or whatever that we basically use to pay off the solar panel or put more
money towards it. Yeah.
But here's the thing about like Mrs. Hive, that she's one of the rare people I've met where she's like like I'm kind of responsible. Like I'll pay the rent, the electric, but like she does stuff like pay stuff ahead of time or makes a fair payment. Like our last house that we owned, we refinanced it, and most people when they refinance their home, they get money, like whatever, you know what I mean? She did the opposite to where we had higher mortgage payments, but it took it shaved 10 years off our mortgage. And we'd already been living there for 5 years. So we only, like, when we left and sold the house, like we only had like 15 years left of a mortgage to pay on. It was crazy.
Right.
Yeah. Cheapest I've seen gas on the east side was what? $3.49, $3.79.
Yeah.
Up here, we haven't really dropped below $4. It's
like
roughly about $4.30 is like the rough.
We're about 4.5, I think, or something like that. Like,
dude, it's got monstrous.
But I think if you go to like Sam's and Costco, which
it's like
gotta get gas there, it's about under $4, but it's right under $4. It's not,
out here.
If it's expensive for us right now, where Jay's at.
It's like it ranges between throughout the county $5.50 and $6.25.
That's horrible. It wasn't as bad as I
does
thought.
Lego
I thought it'd be like $7-8.
Charging stations?
You mean to add the Lego?
Would you build a Tesla?
No, I don't think they have a Tesla. No.
And the charging station?
No, they do. They do have a charging station though. Didn't they have I think I have it back there. It's like a little windmill set with a little EV charging station. But I think it's a friend set. I think it's a little friends set with a little electric car or something like that. Yeah.
I remember about 15 or so years ago, I read an article. I think it was in Popular Mechanics about somebody or maybe a company or something like that made a hydroelectric car, and the gas tank was like a gallon.
No, there is no. They haven't. They're now. They haven't.
But
it's I think Toyota Mirage.
Yeah. Oh, because I read that somebody bought the patent, so maybe they
the car is already out. It's a Mirage. I don't know if it's Toyota, but it's definitely called the Mirage.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It's like, but they only have the hydrogen molecules, those pumps at certain gas stations. Same thing. Like I don't know if you guys remember when they tried to come out with like the E85. With that, so you got to find those at whatever random places. Yeah.
Wow.
All right. Well, we got a couple Mother's Day videos that came through, so I'm going to play one here. Let's do that real quick. I'm going to remove everything.
Hey friends, we just wanted to get on here and wish someone very special to us a happy Mother's Day. So,
happy Mother's Day, Super.
Oh, come on, say it like you mean it.
Oh God. Happy Mother's Day.
What is that? Happy Mother's Day, Super. You're definitely our Kate. It's very chaotic sometimes, but you're always there when we need you. Love you.
All right. Thank you for that video. We'll show some a little bit more. That was the only one that answered the side question that I had. I had put it out there. I was trying to tie in Mother's Day to minfigs that were in my city, and the two that came to mind were Marge Simpson and Kate McAllister from the Home Alone set. I looked up, again, Copilot helped me out with this. I looked up what the difference between Marge and Kate McAllister and who the better mom was, kind of, but not really the better mom. But Marge came out more nurturing, kind of always there, the typical, making everything there consistent.
Putting up with Homer.
Kate McAllister is more like may leave you at home, but when poop hits the fan, she's there to kind of like get everything done and will go through whatever it takes, even riding in a van full of polka musicians to get to her son. So that's why I put out there. They're the only ones that answered that second question, which was, she said it was more like Kate McAllister. So that's where that came from. We got a couple of other videos that we'll play here. Let's play one more from My Girls. So this is our mom and grandmother.
I want to wish my mom, my grandma, my mama, and my grandma a happy Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day to Momo, Grandma, Mom, and Cindy. I hope you have a good day.
And trust me, trying to get them to do that took like a half an hour. My oldest, I swear, it was like 20 takes. I like literally had to leave the room, come back, and get her, and then that was what we got out of it. So you're lucky enough to even have gotten that from them. so those are a couple of videos. We'll have a couple more to play here later on as the show goes on. Let's get into some of our topics, right? So the topic that we were going to originally talk about was Mother's Day, of course. And so we'll get into that here in a little bit. But Hive, right before we went on, just threw a little bombshell at me and said that Land was possibly going to change their name and to something different. What are they changing it to, Hive?
You guys, I'm going to type it in the chat as well, because it seems like they spelled it a certain way on purpose. Why and how it is like it is. I don't know why. Man, hold on a second. I want to make sure I type it exactly how I saw it. And who knows? Knowing Lego, it could change. All right, so I just put it in the chat. It's called Lego Fan Collab.
Yeah.
And as far as I can see, that's how they spelled it. You know, with the capital letters and everything. Mm-hmm. Now look, I've had a couple of people send me some stuff, but I just haven't really done a lot of research on it yet, and I don't know exactly what's real and what's maybe not yet. Because as far as I know, it hasn't been officially announced. Maybe
right. Any Latin members that are in the chat, you know?
Well, I don't know. They might not be allowed to say anything, you know.
Neck out.
So, all right. I don't know why they're doing this. I have theories, but I don't know exactly why. Now, I think it's dumb that they would do it anyways. I mean,
right.
Whatever the reason is, in my eyes, it's just not going to be really good enough. But look, the reason I think they're doing it, honestly, restructuring. Well, yeah.
But why? Like, what is the point of? I mean, are they getting a lot of bad publicity? Is that why they're trying to?
That's what I think. I think
that
they're changing Land to Lego Fan Collab to make it sound a little more friendly. Yeah, I figured.
I know, right?
But I think that it's just because a lot of, and again, I could be wrong, obviously, but like I think maybe just a lot of hate, you know, a lot of the negativity that a lot of Land in general has gotten. And look. Everybody knows a lot of well, maybe some people don't, because I'm kind of back and forth with a lot of stuff depending on who it is and what's going on. But yeah, I think that they're like, well, we won't call you Land anymore. We'll call you Lego Fan Collab. Because that sounds more friendly, and people, you know, they get in their feelings about stuff. So, you know, maybe it won't sound so.
Sounds more, you know, like you're flying in the little collab or something. You know, you're in the little community lab. You know.
Yeah,
it sounds a little bit more friendlier, I guess.
I know, but it's also like, I don't know, man.
Like they're doing it probably because they've heard all of us complain about like how are they actually listening to us. So that's where the collab. Like, oh, we're hearing you guys. We hear what you're saying. That's why you're collaborating.
Can you imagine though? Like that's what I mean about like they're so pretentious and they don't read the room and listen to that. Because out of all the things that people complain about, and I'm not talking like toxic stuff, just maybe some legitimate criticism that we've talked about before, whether it's stickers in $1,000 set, or them taking away certain things, or them with the lack of communication, or like I could go on, you know what I mean, with all the things that they've done that is either stupid, you know, maybe like shady, whatever, right? But yeah, out of all that stuff, they're like, we know what you guys want. We're gonna change the name.
We're not gonna
so it sounds more friendly,
right?
And that will make, like, come on, dude. So really,
because what Lego Ambassador, it sounds more like, you know, what's the word I'm looking for?
Dictatorship.
Like, yeah. Like I'm on top of you, like you know. But I think
which is what Lego does.
Like we're all involved in the decisions.
Well,
here.
There's the other thing as well, is because an ambassador really feels a lot more official as far as like, I'm an ambassador of Lego, so that means something. That means that I should be the face of Lego. I should be communicating between Lego, the company, and the consumer. You know, the AFALs, the TFALs, not the normies. Because that's what all the marketing is for. That's what all that's for.
Yes.
Like you don't have to explain like this new set, blah, 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 to all of us that are in.
Right.
What we want to know is the more important things. like
Yeah.
asking the right questions, you know, kind of holding Lego to a little bit of certain accountability, you know, like when that thing with Bricklink happened in all those 35 countries, you know what I believe?
Man.
Right.
Did you see any ambassadors go hard on Lego about any of that?
They probably
Yeah.
could.
I'm not saying that there was definitely a lot of them, man, that did not like it. They voiced their opinion about it, like softly, you know, like a lot of other things. But like nobody just dug into Lego. Like, how could you do this? Like, what's a serious reason? Blah blah blah. Like, there's certain things like that you would think that they would again be the bridge of communication, and that's what I've always talked about before. And they don't. And I think Lego is trying to beat this to the punch now. That we're like, well, if we just call them like Lego fan collabs because they're just collaborating with us or whatever, then they can't be held responsible or, you know, have to give answers that people want. I mean,
now, do you think that will open up them to be a little bit more honest on their opinions and stuff?
Absolutely not.
No.
Oh wait, you're talking about the Lego
The
fan
new
collaborators?
Collaborators. What are they going to be called?
I mean,
yeah. What are their
I'm
new
talking
names?
about Lego or Land.
No.
I don't know.
They're probably not, because they're still probably under the same contract and everything. It's just that because they're collaborating, we're probably gonna see there's gonna definitely probably be more. I'm still gonna call them land members.
Yeah.
Coming out, but there's gonna be people, but they're probably gonna get. But I don't know how that would work if they're gonna disperse them like fewer sets.
I don't know how that's working anyways. And some land members that I know and talk to have kind of said some things, but like they haven't really said anything specific. And a lot of stuff I could ask and they might tell me, but there's a lot of things I'm just like, it's none of my business. Or I don't want to put them in a situation where they can't tell me something and they don't want to like, I don't know, make it weird. Yeah. It's an interesting thing. I know there's also going to be some restructuring to some things internally, not just with like the, you know, ambassador, so to speak, but like I think the lugs as well. Again, I don't know what to degree, and I will be very curious to see when it's officially announced what a lot of these opinions are, and mainly also from the land members themselves. I think some of them. Honestly, I think some of them probably aren't really going to like it. Anything from just changing your title and your like your Instagram page, like you can't just write like land ambassador anymore. You have to change it like land fan collab. Like what even is that, man?
But I feel like with that though, that'll people with their egos. Those will be the people who don't want to do it anymore because they're tied to that ambassador title versus
I guess so.
You know, with that. Because like you know, the land members, they do have meetings together with Lego, so it's not that land members aren't talking to Lego, it's just falling on deaf ears. Lego's going to do what they want to do.
Yeah, but I don't think Lego some of them, but I think a lot of them maybe aren't saying anything at all because again, it's not like Lego doesn't hear us. It's not like Lego doesn't read comments, watch their videos. You know what I mean? It's not like that's why I'm like, well, when they put that poll out recently, it's like, look, again, I hate to be so negative about stuff, but I'm just being real about things, man. Like, what are you putting this poll out for? What, so you can get information from it? What information are you trying to get on this poll that you guys already don't know?
Right.
And I'm not talking again about toxic type stuff. I'm talking about legitimate complaints that people have about Lego. And not just how ridiculously expensive they're getting. You know what I mean? This pretentious premium attitude, like, oh, yeah, some people aren't just going to be able to afford it and blah, blah, blah. Like, there's a lot of things that's revolving around Lego, and it's like a snowball effect. And it's getting bigger and bigger and bigger, just like with the land talk and the land criticism and even land hate and stuff like that. It's getting to a point because they just keep adding more land members. You know what I mean? So when they add more land members, it's on our feed. And even if you don't follow some of these people, you know what I mean? It's if you're in the Lego world, unless you start like blocking a lot of these land members, it's just still, and not even just land members. There's other people in the Lego community that aren't land members, but they sure do love them some Lego, and Lego's noticed it, and Lego's sending them stuff. You know what I mean? So Lego is just pushing so much into the algorithm that you're just forced to see over and over again new sets or this or that or this or that. And a lot of the attitudes that some of the land members have, not all of them, but some of them paint a horrible light on the Lego community, the land itself, Lego, you know, Yeah, I mean, like when I see Solid Brick Studios say like, yeah, it's premium, and some people can't afford premium. Like, dude, you're talking about Lego.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not a Ferrari,
Right.
not an iPhone or something. You're talking about Lego, man.
I mean, they only decided that they were premium once they knew that adults would buy into it, as opposed to just buying it for their kids.
And I think a handful
prior
of
to what, our generation, what adult, my mom wasn't buying Lego for herself to build as an adult. My grandparents definitely weren't buying Lego to build for themselves. I think we're the first generation to be in that where we're the adults buying Lego also. And once they found that out, they're like, shoot, we can push out these guys whatever we want,
Right.
And that's the thing about like where I find where a lot of companies lack ethics, man. It's like, look, I'm all about you guys making money. So when the architecture line came out and they realized like, oh, adults also like this stuff, you know what I mean? Instead of being like, we can cater towards some adults and make more money because they're buying more Lego. No, that wasn't good enough.
Right. No.
You're like, no, let's charge them more because they've got more money.
Because they got more money. We know they got more money, right?
And that's why with all the 18 plus, it was like, is there a set that's less than 100, let alone less than 120?
Right.
So, and it brought me back to the argument that I had said for years about like, I don't understand that kind of business model because for me, it's like, you can still make tons and tons of money, man. You know what I mean? But like, if you drop the price just a little bit enough, more people can buy your set. And then finally I learned, because people kept telling me and I didn't believe them, but finally I learned it's like Lego, they would rather fewer people buy more expensive premium sets, you know what I mean? And more people have access to buy like cheaper sets. Yeah. And that's Lego. And it's like I said, it's gotten worse and worse and worse. And to the point now where people are, going to land members, in the comments being like, I don't understand, whatever this $1,000.
And that's not
have dual legs or stickers.
And now that's not cool to bully the land members with that.
Well, I'm not saying toxic bullying comments
from Lego or from other AFOLs.
There's the AFOLs that have gone in land comments and said things, and it's like they don't.
No, because if you're going to represent a company, you're saying, hey, here's their product that I love, or this or that. You know what I mean? Or if you're reviewing the set, you know what I mean? If you're going to have people that have issues with Lego say like, well, this isn't right that Lego's doing this, or, blah, 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 blah. Because like I've said before, most people, they don't know how to get in touch with Lego.
Right.
Send them an email or something, but they see all of these hundreds of land members that are the face of Lego, that represent Lego, that promote their products, push their products. They're like, oh, well, they got comment sections. So let me just tell them, like, I don't appreciate Lego doing this or whatever. I mean, look, I've already stated, I don't think anybody should bother any land members about any criticism because it's not like they're gonna be able to do anything about it. Right.
But they're the middleman, so they're caught in the middle of both us and Lego, trying to appease both of us. I wonder what is Lego afraid of that they are not allowing their land members to tell the truth about their sets.
That's because it's a contract.
If that's the case, then shouldn't they come to them prior to making the set and say, hey, here are the sets that we're thinking about making, give us your honest opinion about them, and then maybe not push out the ones that people predominantly don't like, as opposed to then forcing your land members to put on a smile.
But like, how long does it take for a set?
But
how long does it take for a set to get produced? Like from going from a person's idea, like, oh, let's do a Peely bone, like because Fortnite's big right now. How long does it take to go from that thought to design to build to test it out and then production? Like, what is that time frame?
Shouldn't that testing out process also include land members if they're going to use them to plug it later on? But I would assume that it would be better to like,
because that's not, if that's not in their contract, if their contract is to, hey, sell this set and use these words and phrase, I don't care about your opinion. Your job is to promote this product.
Right. No, I get that, but then you're creating.
So that's why
you're saying job. You're saying job, though.
Well, we don't trust.
It is any.
Okay, so anything that takes time. With a grain of salt, because I know they have to like not say anything bad about it, so they're not going to give me.
Well, here's the thing too. We've been hearing things like just recently from Brixie himself. You know what I mean? We're hearing things that there's this narrative going on where maybe not everybody, but there's a narrative where Lego's starting to try and control like the narrative of like influencers and what's being said out there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I know, but when you start hearing that, and then you're like looking at all the land members, and you're like, well, who do I trust? Like, how do I know everybody's being authentic? And you can't know. This is what I was talking about the other night. You can't know. The best you can do is like a land member or any content creator. The best you can do is to try and establish a trust with your audience.
Right,
you know right. Where they can trust you enough to know that you mean what you say. You know what I mean?
But that's it. That's if that's your MO. And like, and the reason why I said like that's their job is to promote it is because anything that takes away your time. I know some people don't see content creating. And
you're right. Technically, it's a job. I'm just saying it's not a job that you get paid for.
I mean, it's you get paid for it indirectly by doing that.
No,
task.
You get gifted exchanged.
No. I'm saying you get
They gift you something. You're supposed to give a review on it.
No, I'm saying you get paid indirectly through it because by them getting the free sets, building it, taking that time out, and then putting the video and getting the followers. Because of that, that's where it becomes into an indirect pay via Lego. Because if they didn't get those sets,
that's still a gamble, though. You know what I mean? That's not
That's what it is.
It's not, but that's not the same thing. So, like, if you it'd be different too if they were independent. Like, you get a toy reviewer out there, and anybody, like any toy company, sends them a toy to review. They make content. You know what I mean? But these land members are shackled to Lego, so they can't just go do other like toy reviews. Like, I don't know exactly how the contracts work out exactly, but like when you're relying on Lego, you know what I mean, to make that content, and they're not paying you for your time, you know what I mean? What, the free Lego set's going to pay my electric bill?
And that's where,
the content I make for like the reveals and billing, like I had to pay my own flight ticket and stuff to go out there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's what I mean. They take so much advantage of land members, dude. It is unreal.
You technically, I guess, like Rich Brick said, that you also can get, paid through social media.
That's what I was saying.
But if you're monetized, I mean, obviously.
When I say getting paid, I mean, what do you think about when you say, yeah, I'm getting paid for a job? If somebody told me, hey, they pay you with tools. Well, again, man, that's great. I get some tools for my job, man, but that's not making me money. You know what I mean? That's not
right.
Yeah, and there's other people.
You can't even sell the sets, right? You can't. I mean, it's against.
They won't even let you sell the sets. You could give them away. You know what I mean? But you can't sell them.
You can get a donation.
Yeah, I mean, and I guess write it off on your taxes. I wonder if that's the same thing, man.
Can you write it off on your taxes? Like all these sets I got.
But that's the thing that the land members, should know coming in. Reading is fundamental. So if that's what they're down for, then hey, that's it. And it's the same thing with like media literacy. That's where it goes with. Well, I don't know them personally, but I have some land members blocked because I can see through some of the stuff, and I just don't like how they maneuver through.
Think of it like this. This is the best way to think about it. How much money in advertisement do you think Lego saves by having all of their land members do all their stuff on different social media?
Oh yeah, for sure.
No, I'm just saying. Let's just throw out a number and say they get $100 million worth of free advertisement, right? Mm-hmm. Then they should take $100 million and divvy that up. To according to how much, whatever time or what, I don't know how exactly the system would work, but yeah, you got a set, you spent the time editing it, making the video, being creative about it. You know what I mean? And maybe there's a tier system. If you just show the set on a picture on Instagram, you get this much money. If you actually make like a 5-minute long video, you get this much money. But what I'm saying is like, they are taking total advantage of all the land members. And that's something I've always defended them about.
But okay, so the thing is that they're taking advantage. You're saying they're taking advantage of it, but that's a building that is business when it comes to that. It's like business as far as with them doing the marketing. If they have like $1 million and whatnot, why would I spend all of my marketing money on like divvy it out that way?
Well, that's where the ethics come in.
Put something. There's no ethics in business.
Yeah, there is.
You want to make a profit.
I know it seems great because the land members get to come to Billund, or they get to go to the Lego house, or they get free sets or whatever. But again, those are perks, but that's not you paying me as a job. Just like a movie star.
Some people are okay
an actor.
with that.
If an actor is in a movie and he's out there promoting the movie, do you think he's paying the plane tickets to go all over the place? Do you think he's paying for all this stuff?
Yes, they are.
No, the movie,
depending on your role. You'd be
No,
surprised.
no,
Well, but yeah,
I
but
was
those
right.
main stars
I mean,
are
I could
probably
be
not
wrong, but I
paid for
refuse to
anything.
believe that these actors going on these like press junkets and stuff like that are the ones paying for it, not the production studio.
You got to think about it. When you're at a certain level, yes, it gets paid for, but then you also have to trickle down to the other people, their makeup artists, their own personal stylists. Those people, they have to build them with that. It's a whole different world. So you
No, I mean,
kind
I'm
of
not saying
can't
if you want to have
compare
your
the
own
two.
personal stylist go with you or whatever, that's fine. But when you go on when you go on the daytime talk show to promote this movie, the daytime talk show already has
They're
their
not
own
paying
makeup
you.
artists and stuff
They
like
don't.
that.
No, they're not getting paid. They
No,
do
but
not
what I'm
get
saying
paid.
is the production company is paying for to travel all these people out here
No.
and stuff like that.
No, not all the time.
Well, I'm sorry, I disagree. I'll look it up, but I just refuse to believe that these actors
No,
are
not
paying their
all the
own
time. Not all
flights
the
and
time.
everything else
Yeah, I
to
don't
go
think
to
so
all these
either. I
press
think
junkets
they're.
and stuff like that.
Actors aren't getting paid to do the
I just
press thing.
refuse to
No, but
believe
they're
these
not
actors
paying for their.
would
They're not
spend their
paying for
own
their
money doing
flights
that.
and stuff.
Well,
And
that's
they
all-
shouldn't be
and
spending
they're-
their own money, because if I own a company and I have people representing my company going around promoting my company, not their own stuff, not their own channel, like they're my company, then I'm going to take care of them and make sure that they are provided room and board or per diem or, you know, like a
Yeah, at least a
flight
per
or
diem.
whatever, you know what I mean? Because why would they do it? Like
For the
they're promoting a
exposure.
movie, you know what I mean? They've already gotten paid, you know what I mean? Their salary, but like if they're
Right,
going to
right.
promote a movie, why would they spend their own money promoting someone else's movie? You know what I mean? Like they're not making that extra money off that stuff. You know what I mean? So, I mean, I could be wrong. I just refuse to believe it. I'll look it up just to make sure. But, and I know like there's all kinds of
Leslie said that they also don't get paid for their. I mean,
no,
like
I'm not
flights
saying they
and
get
stuff.
paid
No,
for the press
yeah, like
junket.
for the flights and stuff like that.
Yeah,
like
I'm just saying they're not
actors
spending their
apparently have
money
to
to
pay
do
for
all
their
that
own
stuff.
money.
Yeah, but I know they're not getting paid. Well, some of them might. I don't know. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It all, and that's where I keep going back when it comes to it. All depends on the contract and what is in there. Everything is negotiable.
That's true. Yeah.
So there may be some land members who are getting paid on a different things. You also have because
It is always good to
I
do
Yeah,
see
some of them do
I
get
see
paid for some things.
because I see land members that do hop on flights, do certain things, but then with that, so it's like there's a difference though between having things paid for versus getting money put in your pocket. Because if you're giving me a free Lego set, you're paying for me to this flight and everything, how am I still going to keep my lights on? And that's when
Right.
you do the social media. That's when you do other things.
Yes.
So that's when you start
But you
utilizing
gotta
your
put all
things.
that
And just
effort
like Brett
and
says,
effort
it's your
into
responsibility to do the due diligence. You can run a very
Yeah.
successful land business on social.
Right.
Well, yes, to a degree. I mean, one, you've already got tons of competition with other land members. You know what I mean? Not to mention everybody else, like, you know, the Ryans in the world or whatever, that can like beat them to the punch a lot of the times. But at the same time, when you say run a land business, you don't own land. So, I mean, yes, you can make like your video content if that's what you mean about like when you get free sets, make your video content and all that.
Right.
But
right,
what I'm
right.
saying is like Lego's not paying them to make content. Lego's not paying them for advertisement like they do for their people that are in marketing, you know?
Mhm.
Right.
So if you make a video off a set and don't remember, you're competing with other land members as well. You know what I mean? Like you have to hope that you're able to get in the algorithm or you can get more views or enough views to
The
whatever.
other person, right.
But think about it. What you're saying, that's what we're doing right now. We're advertising Lego and not
Well,
getting paid.
yeah.
And taking time out.
Yeah, but we're not
Like-
we're not
Yeah, but
shackled
we
to
can-
their rules
Right.
and
I can
policies.
say whatever I want.
Yeah.
As opposed to the land member can't. You know.
Because
That's
imagine
only-
if I was all like not
Well, I'm
like
not
me
getting
and I
anything
got into
free.
a land and then all of a sudden I acted like me, dude, how long do you think it'd be before they got rid of my ass? They'd be
Right.
like, oh, you're definitely not what
We're not what you thought. Yeah.
But
Hey,
I will say this, it's definitely
Lego,
always good
but-
to do research.
I'm okay with reading a script.
Right.
So
Well, see, would I mean, if Lego really was reading the room right, would you think that we would respect land members and them more if they gave their honest opinions on them? You know, it goes back to the question of like, what is Lego so scared that they're gonna totally trash their stuff? If you let them give their honest opinion, how many of those sets do you think that they would trash? Do you think they would trash most of them? I mean, aren't the land members the ones that they don't send them every set, correct? They're the ones they fill out a
when you get into
form.
Well, that's another
land,
thing I think is kind of dumb
so,
too. Is like,
you know,
I
when
think
you're
Because
in
what
land,
if you did,
they
like,
ask
as a
you
land
what
member,
sets.
right? As a land member, if I have to give positive reviews on everything, would I then
It's not
not just
everything.
buy? Would I then just not buy the sets that I know that I'm going to have positive reviews about?
look, you know, something that
What
would
they
help
Or
out
do,
with a
they
lot of
ask
this.
you
for 'em?
they ask you your preference of themes. So
Mhm.
they try their best to get to send you your sets with that. And but then there are still certain things that you just have to do because you signed a contract. Like it's one of those things where, you know, I like the art, botanicals, and ideas. But if
Mhm.
they're like, okay, we're trying to push the Star Wars set, hell yeah, give me the baby Yoda thing. I'll build it, like just
Right.
and read the script. Sure.
Right.
And like I'll sell it like nobody's business.
Yeah, I wanted to
Like,
address what Britt said, man, because this is important. You know, because they get paid through networking opportunities, free sets, and
mhm,
events, YouTube revenue, brand deals, and affiliate links. This is all
yep.
passive income. You have to hustle it. Look. I'm not disagreeing that you can hustle all this stuff.
And that's not for everybody to
What
do.
I'm saying is, if I'm going to be locked in to a company to represent this company, and they want me to do work, they should be paying me money. This other stuff is perks, things like that. You know what I mean? Just like with any job you have, a lot of jobs you have, you know, you might have like little perks and things that you can have with the job. Oh, I get a discount on this, you know what I mean? Or whatever. That's not payment. Now, I understand what you're saying about like passive income and stuff like that, but that is not, I'm getting a paycheck. That is, I'm getting perks and stuff like that. And then I have to try and hustle it to me to try and see, hopefully I can get, because just because you hustle doesn't mean you're going to just make money.
Right.
And obviously that's a
the
key
risk that
component
land
to making
members
money.
take.
Now, what if they got whatever set they were, you know, hawking? What if they got like a percentage of those sales?
But that's where Bricklink. But see that if you want that, then go to Bricklink.
Yeah, and don't get me wrong. Also, look. It's
if you want to make money with Lego,
people join land, they should probably be informed about some stuff a little more diligently. You know what I mean? Or even maybe do your own research, like we've been talking about. But I think that there's a big disconnect with what a lot of people think going into land is. Like, oh, I get free sets. Well, they're not necessarily free. Like
everything
you have to do.
Price.
Yeah, you have to do certain things for them. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, it sounds great. Like when I first heard about land, I'm like, you get free sets. I'm like, shoot, I'll sign me up. Like, what do I got to do? What do I got to say? You know what I'm saying? Because you just want those free sets.
And look,
you don't realize that once you're in there, you gotta.
Because I understand completely what Britt's saying. I completely understand because I brought this up with the whole Brixie thing.
Right.
Because I'm like, dude, okay, your reviews don't get as many views, but like you still have like you can make footage off going to Billund and all these things that Lego gives you guys perks and stuff. Again, I think you should just get paid for stuff. That's why they're able to have hundreds of land members, man, because they're not paying anybody. If they had to pay their land members like they do like marketing or whatever, like, yeah, it'd be a different story, you know?
And as a land member, I would bring up, stop adding more people because of that muddies the waters, right? That waters everybody down to where now I have to, instead of let's just, I don't know how many there are, but let's say there's 100 and now you've added 50 more. Well, now I got to compete against 50 more people that I didn't have to compete against before.
And that could be said. But see, with that though, I think it's okay to have a lot of land members because different strokes for different folks. I'm pretty sure your algorithm, there's probably a handful of people that I will never see and vice versa. So that's why. And also you got to think about it. Different states, different countries, there's a whole plethora of different reasons why
I think there should be a land member for each country because that's a whole language and culture barrier as well.
Right.
You know what I mean? But I feel like, get one for, each country, whatever.
And also you want somebody that representation. Yes, you do, because you have to have representation, whether or not it's someone that looks like you, someone that sounds like you, or someone that builds like you.
No. I'm saying you don't need hundreds of them. I'm saying, have enough for like each country or whatever, have like another handful or whatever to represent different people. That's fine. But again, you're turning it more into marketing than what it really and what it used to be. What it is.
Yeah, but that's the thing. That's what it is.
I know.
That's not what they're coming off as.
But if you're saying, okay, you're just about marketing, then that's well, then you need to get paid then, man. You know what I mean?
No.
I mean, clearly we have different views on this. You think land members should just work for free and getting free sets is enough or whatever, the perks. That's fine. I think they should be
that's what's in their that's what's in the contract. That's
that's in the contract, but doesn't mean that should be right.
like it doesn't mean like I'm not relieving land members of responsibility of not knowing what the hell they're getting into or whatever. What I'm saying is I just don't think it's right for people to do work and not get compensated properly for it and say, oh, here's a free set. Or yeah, you can come to the Lego house and hang out and promote our reveals, but you're gonna have to fly yourself over. Like that's the stuff that I'm not cool with. That's taking advantage of land members. Now that's fine. You get free sets. They get free sets and they get promoted. You know what I mean? But you putting in the time, editing, the hard work, the creative part of trying to figure it out. You know what I mean? Like all this other stuff. Like that takes time. And I'm sorry. I mean, if land members
I agree with that.
The perks are good enough, that's great. But I just think that your time could be compensated properly for it. That's all.
Well, yes. Like I'm not saying land members shouldn't get paid or anything, because if you look at it, the amount of time that you have to take to build the sets, because mind you, they get sent multiple sets at a time. They have to crank out these things. They have to sit on them. They still have to do things. So should they be getting paid? Yes, because time is money. But at the same time, though, if they're going in there knowing they're not getting paid, you can say no. It's a matter of, do you want to get paid? And obviously, Lego is going to take the part. They're going to take the part where I'm not going to have to pay you. There's always going to be somebody that's going to do it for free.
Right, so we understand that, but like, is it right? It's not right.
I mean, I just said that we know that there's millions of dollars that Lego is just getting free advertisement for. And even the Lego sets they send, it's not like they don't write that stuff off in taxes or whatever. Or they might say, oh, you're getting $1,000 set, but the real production cost of it is like, $100 or whatever. So Lego is getting theirs. They're definitely getting theirs. You know what I mean? So that's like I said, it's not like I don't criticize land members, but I will defend them on other things. You know what I mean? It just depends on what it is.
Right.
Yeah. And I mean, and like Brittany, like definitely got some interesting comments out here, man. Because I get billionaires don't owe us anything except for like whatever their fair share of taxes. But if I go advertise for a billionaire, like if they tell me like, oh, we're just gonna give you free sets, I'm gonna give them the middle finger, man. Because that's you giving me the bare minimum, but I'm giving you tons of free advertisement. Like that's just not cool. So yeah, I definitely agree. Like land members shouldn't be relieved of accountability for their own actions or their own decisions or whatever. But I'm also going to be like, Lego is a piece of crap for taking advantage of people also. You know what I mean? Because I know again, it's the land members, they have their own accountability. I get that, but it's a hard thing to not want to be part of because you get to be in this cool club and get perks. And those things are really great. I'm just saying like, that should just be something part of being in land anyways. But you should still be compensated properly for all the time that you put into it. Now, if you just put some pictures on the internet, that's different. I still think you should be compensated for it if you're officially part of the face of Lego. Not me, but like if you're part of the land, then like because you're held to certain responsibilities. But I don't think you should be paid as much as like making a video per se. You know what I mean?
And it's kind of like goes with like what Britt said said earlier, and like how I think that was probably piggybacking off of me. Like everything's negotiable. I'm pretty sure there are land members that are getting paid. They just can't say it. Like
some of them get paid for certain things they do, like certain videos that they make. Or
but I'm talking about in general outside of contracts that are general things because, let's just say all four of us are in land. Yeah. We all have different type of followings, different type of everything, right? You're not going to know what it's same even with work. A lot of the times you're not going to know what I'm getting paid. I'm not going to know what Hive's getting paid and what's also negotiated into those contracts with that. I used to work in doing contracts and negotiations. So with that, I'm over here looking at one person doing the same job as another person. They're getting paid with similar resumes. They're getting paid differently because they came the way that they came for us to be able to negotiate for higher versus lesser than, because guess what? That one person, they said, hey, I'm going to pay you. We're going to pay you $10,000. Okay, sure. The other person, we're going to pay you $10,000. Actually, give me 20. How about 15? Done.
Yeah, but I hear you. But again, I hate to be cynical about it, but I feel like Lego sets down their contract, and you either like it or you're not going to be in land, because there is 1,000 other people that will be in land and do nothing, and because it's cool. Like that's the whole thing, and I just feel like a lot of them aren't understanding their worth. Like, you know what I mean? It's I get it, man. You get to be in land. You get to be part of this cool club, this exclusive thing, or secret things. You get to, but it's like that's still those are just perks that come with the job. Not it shouldn't be like what the compensation is, so to speak.
Right.
I mean, clearly, like I said, we have different opinions about it, and that's fine. Obviously, I mean, it's not like, again, like I don't criticize land members. Like, Britt's really smart with a lot of this stuff, so it's not like even if I disagree, I just disregard what she says because she knows a lot about this.
Oh, she does. Yeah. Does anybody know when land started and like the count of land members when it first started?
Let me look up.
I wanted to say it was 2013, but it might have been later than that. I can't remember.
And what was I mean, obviously, what was their original goal to have land members? I mean, other than just it wasn't supposed to be the middleman.
2005.
Them.
Oh, wow.
Okay, so 20 years ago, 21 years
because
ago.
it was so it says here it was actually wait, let me double check because there's two different things.
Brett says,
I don't want to read the first one.
Like, it wants to keep you that you can negotiate again. Up to you.
Look, so it looks like it was 2005. It was the ambassador program.
Okay.
And then,
as far as I know,
they renamed it 2014, the Lego Ambassador Network.
Mm.
And then let me see how many land.
As far as I know, there's not going to be like a pay upskill or anything like that with the land members, but I do know, hearing from a lot of stuff, a lot of people, that there have been some land members that get away with stuff or get some special treatment.
Yeah, I mean, I would think that would be in anything, right? Like it's like high school,
it's but it's very compromising because some of them are
going to get away with a grade, like you don't have to take this test, I'll pass you.
Right.
That's with anything, I would think,
Well, it's hard for me to say anything because I don't want to give them like names away or anything like that. Yeah, but let's say one of them might have been on like Lego Masters, and then he might have done something that some definitely people knew about or whatever, but got away with it because there's such a spotlight on him, so to speak.
Right.
In my opinion, it's almost like, if they expose some of this stuff, then like it just make Lego look bad too.
Right.
I don't know. Hard to unionize when you're not employees. Yeah, I know, but I have issues sometimes with unions, man.
And then
I don't like strong arming companies, you know what I mean? Just to get what you want. It's like, if you want bigger pay or better pay, then just go get a different job with bigger pay.
It's not that easy though.
What?
To leave a job for a better, just if you're
I'm not saying it's easy, but what I'm saying is I just don't like it when employees tell a company what to do because they want more pay or they want this or they want that.
Isn't that what you want land members to do?
No, land members is a different story. You're talking about people getting free sets for their time compared to somebody that is getting paid for their time. You know what I mean? Like again, if you don't like it, I mean, you can again negotiate with, when it's time for a review.
I don't know. I'm up for unions. I'm a part of a union. I've always done union things because these companies, whether it's the city, county, state, private businesses, they'll do the same thing with Lego that Lego's doing to land while paying you.
Right. And that's why we have laws. That's why you get the state or federal, like laws, employee rights.
Laws,
you know what I mean? Like
they're still written for the big buck companies.
I mean, I'm not saying there's not corruption out there. What I'm saying is and again, we have different opinions. I just don't like it when employees tell like a company, we're not going to work for you, so you lose money. You know what I mean? Because you're not paying me or you're not doing something that I think is right or wrong. You know what I mean? I just don't. And then on top of that, what if you've got somebody that doesn't
walked out?
No, listen, but this is important because a lot of people don't think about this stuff. So imagine you've got a bunch of people that are like, yeah, we want more. We're going to walk out, protest or whatever. But imagine you got some people that are like, no, look, I'm fine with my pay. Like, I need to work. You know what I mean? But they can't if they're part of a union because you have to go also do that same thing. I don't compelling people to do stuff. You know what I mean?
No, when it comes to unions, you can be a part of a union and you can still, if say there's a strike, because my job has gone strike.
Right.
They will let you know, we highly suggest that you do, but we understand if you cannot. They're not strong arming people to do it. Now, do your peers to a certain extent look at you like, hey, why are you doing that? Yeah. But at the end of the day, if you strike, and because out here in California, I can only speak for out here, more specifically LA County.
Yeah.
With that, when you strike, when you do union talks and everything, you let your employer know, like, you have X amount of time before this, and you have to give them notice, like, we are going to strike if you don't do what we like. If we don't reach a negotiation,
if you don't do what I say, we want.
They're like, this is what we want, but there's always that's why it's called union bargaining.
When you got that job, you agreed to a compensation, did you not? If you said I will work for you for this amount of money, I know the rules, you're laying everything out for me. You know what I mean? And I
10
just
years
have to
ago
work
when
for
I got
that.
hired.
And then a year later, I'm like, no. We're all going to walk out so you're going to be crippled because you're not paying us what we want, even though we agree to, you know what I mean? To whatever the
10 years
compensation
ago,
was.
like, for me, yes, 10 years ago when gas wasn't $6, when gas was $2.25.
Right,
You know, when
right.
the price of tea, when you could get 4 bags of chips for $1. When you can only.
And again, I'm not trying to
changes. So
defend
that's the point
corporations
of the
either.
union.
There's
With that,
clearly
to
a lot of
negotiate.
corruption and lobbyists and all this other stuff that goes on. You know what I mean? I just think that there's more productive ways to do things, like, you know, elect certain people,
that's what you do
elect or
before you
vote on
get to the
certain laws, or you know, any stuff like that.
But the thing is that it takes time to go to doing strikes. There are negotiations with that. So that's where you're not strong armed to strike, because some people understand, like, hey, if you don't work that, you don't get paid. So so people understand that.
Yeah,
like,
why
same
would I
thing with,
want to
like,
do
out
that
here,
to
the
myself?
nurses, because it's a matter of principle. Some people are like that. That's some people are like that. Like, obviously we're on the two different ends of that, which is fine. Because it's like, I'm going to sit up there and do for rights.
I know, and I need
that.
people to understand
Because
something.
I'm not going to just lay on my back and take it.
I am for workers' rights, employees' rights. That's why we have a lot of laws that protect workers' rights, employees' rights, or whatever. And I'm also not trying to defend corporations, because clearly there's a lot of corporations that do very bad business, you know, whatever. But I'm saying, like, I don't feel like a business should compel you to do something that they're not paying you for, and I don't think an employee should compel a business to do things that they agreed to be paid for. You know what I mean?
So in jobs on that contract where it says this is your job description, that little part at the bottom says "and any other task," that's where that falls into it. That we ask you to do.
Work there.
That's every job.
No, it's not every job.
That is most of the jobs that have it. They have that in there. That is part of the contract.
Again, if you feel like they've treated you badly or whatever, don't protest. Just take them to the court. You know what I mean? Like, there's different ways to do stuff. You know what I mean?
And be stuck in arbitration for until your grandkids are dead.
Yeah.
Like,
I don't understand, because I've seen plenty of people take business to the court and win.
Yeah,
you know, whether it's a sexual harassment lawsuit, whether it's a civil lawsuit, whether it's a pay discrepancy type thing. You know what I mean? I've seen in Maryland a couple different times people sue businesses because they thought they got fired for wrong reasons or whatever.
Yeah, but you gotta think about it. With that, that is a risk that is a risk that you have to take. And if you're in that not only just financial but mental and also just overall capacity to do that, to make that sacrifice. I've sued a job before. It was a lot. I know other people who have sued for different things. It takes a toll on them that you have to put your 10 toes down. I'm going to win this, but that still takes time. Like, I know someone, they were in arbitration for 5 years. Thankfully, they had a lawyer that was not getting paid. But do you know how much they had to? Thankfully, they had money that they could pull out. But if it was somebody out there, like a 20-year-old,
I think it's real easy sometimes to see things from other perspectives. You know what I mean? I'm just like, if I owned a business and I even treated my employees fair, I don't even care if it's good, just fair. You know what I mean? Like, you get treated fairly, and then all of a sudden they all unionized and said, we want more money, or we're gonna just walk out, and then I'm gonna lose money. I'm not making any money. You know what I mean? Like, sorry, but I'm not down with that. I mean, it just seems, again, like the wrong ways to do things. You know, that's why we have laws and stuff to protect people from things like that. Doesn't mean everything's perfect, but but whatever. We obviously just disagree on this subject. So.
good debate though.
You both win.
Yeah, you both win. According to Bricks. This is a good debate. They're both
the
correct.
Employees out there that win. Those land members.
Yeah, all the land members. Yeah. All right, so we got a couple of more Mother's Day videos that I want to play before we get out of here. We've got about 8 or 9 minutes left, so let's hit some of these up real quick.
Hey, AFOL community. I am Lene, also known as the Brick Babe, and the president of the Dream Builders Lug, the most amazing black and brown lug in the AFOL community. And I just want to say happy Mother's Day to all of our amazing Dream Builder Lug mothers. So if you're a people mommy or if you're a pet mommy, happy Mother's Day. We love you and we appreciate you. Bye. Happy Mother's Day, Mommy. Thank you for being such an awesome mom, such an amazing cat grandma, such an amazing leg president. Thank you for all you do, and I hope you have a great day. Hey guys, it's Lene, aka the Brick Babe, and I want to say Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers in the community. My mother, Happy Mother's Day, Mom, and to Mo, who's the best cat mom in the world. Happy Mother's Day, Mo.
All right, so those were some Mother's Day videos.
You really hear the cats in the background.
Yeah, and the cats in the background. Yeah, she sent me a DM last night. She's like, "I'm trying to send you this video, but these dang cats in the background keep messing up the video." One of them apparently hit her in the face. So yeah, she was struck.
That's the second person I've asked about Brick Babe this morning. Mayo was like, "Is Brick Babe busy this morning?"
Oh yeah.
So she usually goes to church, on Sunday mornings. She's been trying to go with Mo to church, and so she was going to try to jump on after church. But sometimes I'm assuming Mother's Day mass, or it's called a mass, but I know it as masses because I'm Catholic. But service usually lasts a little longer, so I'm pretty sure that's where she's at right now.
And then Mamba is, with his
his
wife and all of them. With that, this is her day, so no Lego for Mamba.
Yeah, and Bricks, thank you. Yeah, hit that like button, everybody. Yes, smash it.
Yeah.
Like and subscribe, please. We're trying to grow the channel, so anything will help for sure. Thank you guys for showing up today, for sure.
Yeah.
All right, so we got a couple of more videos. We got Minfic Mug Mondays. Let me play that real quick. Hold on. So it was a little Minfic Monday from this past week. Go give Brick Babe a follow and support that Minfic Mondays. Just
mugs.
Take a picture of your mug, any kind of mugs, right? Minfic and your Minfig. You could be with your mug. You could be with a coffee mug. Post it, and every Monday she'll show them off, and then every Sunday, on the following Sunday, we'll show them off here on Good Morning Brick World Hive'S Gang. So. Yeah. So keep checking that out. Also, celebrations. We don't have any this week, but I guess the biggest celebration out here is Happy Mother's Day to everybody. So go visit Brick Babe for the celebrations and post your celebrations there too. Also, we got some mock updates, basically my mock and Brick Babe's mock. So I got a little video here to show kind of like some updates that we have going on with our mocks that we're getting ready for. Well, I'm getting ready for Chicago. I'm not sure what Lene's building hers for, but
doing it for VA. Isn't there?
Okay. There you go. Yeah.
Brick, yeah, there's a convention out there for VA.
Okay, so here's a little video on the mock update. All right. Little mock updates. I'm still waiting on some pieces.
Coming out pretty good.
What's that?
Yeah. Sephora, that looks good. Which one of the girls did that one?
For sure.
My oldest daughter, Lily. Yeah. So I'm waiting on a couple more pieces from Lego that should be here on Tuesday, and we can finish that little mirror part of it. The lights are working, everything else is in there. So it should wrap up this week, and then my ET mock, I added some like blue little pieces underneath the water to make it look more water-like. I'm going to add lights to it to make it look like running water. So all those pieces and extra pieces are coming in this week for me to kind of knock all that out. So yeah, they should be done by the end of the week and put some finishing touches and wrap it up with a nice little bow and get ready for Chicago to go show them off over there. So, but yeah.
Speaking of mocks,
yeah.
I brought this up the other day. I'll probably keep bringing it up again until August. But yeah, so Brick Fair, Virginia is actually going to be in Brick Fair, Maryland this time.
Yeah,
yeah. It's going to be at the Baltimore I keep saying Comic Convention, the Baltimore Convention Hall, which is huge. It's huge because I used to go there every year for the Baltimore Comic Con. Yeah, it's a really big area. But obviously, I'll give more details as they come. But on Sunday, because I'm only 30 minutes away from there, so on Sunday I'm going to have another one of my cookouts. So,
nice! Heck yeah.
So if anybody wants to come and do that,
it's
a good time, man. It's a good time.
Open invite. I mean, take a drive up there.
I mean, yeah, and like
your cookout.
Well, I mean, it like if you're bringing kids along, man, like we got a pool out there and stuff.
Yeah, the pool, is it ready now to go? I know you've been filling it up.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Already. Yeah.
It's pretty much ready. We got to kind of get the chemicals and stuff ready to go.
Right.
We had to get a section of the wall of the pool.
Just pour some shock in there and just go.
Just pour some shock in there.
It's a good time though, man. Because like I said, we cook out, we have food, we got drinks. If you want some alcohol, we got alcoholic beverages.
Heck yeah.
Obviously, hanging out in the Lego room is pretty fun. But yeah, like I said, we got a hot tub, we got a pool, got a huge yard. I remember one year, like Danny, Bob, and there's a few other people here, and they were playing some game. I don't know what kind of game it was, but some type of game with a ball out there in the yard. Yeah.
Okay.
We got a fire pit. Maybe we'll make some s'mores. I don't know.
Heck yeah, I'm down for a s'more. I'm down for a good s'more. I'm a s'more sucker.
But yeah, Brick Fair, Virginia will be in Maryland this year. Just
okay, cool.
Know that, yeah.
Well, it's about that time, guys. We're going to wrap it up. We've got about a minute and a half left. I'm going to go around the panel and see what everyone's doing today and see what everyone's doing for Mother's Day. I'll start with my lovely life. What are we?
We're fixing to have a nice lunch and cake.
Yeah, lunch and cake. That sounds good to me. I'm down for that.
That does sound delicious.
Yeah. Quarter Brick, what's going on with you today? What are you getting into today? Anything to plug also?
Going to the game. Friday, we're going to finish. Well, Friday with Peely Bone.
Yeah. We started Peely Bone this last Friday, so come join us for the random.
I was wondering what that was.
Yeah, random brick show. Is that what we're calling it?
Yeah, the random brick show on Friday. Yeah, Friday at 4. I'll probably be building in the car because there's also a game.
I don't know how you can do that and drive, but that'll.
Oh, I'm not driving. I'm be a passenger princess.
Oh, okay,
there you go. That's the way to go. That's the way to go, Jay.
Like a self-driving Tesla, where you can just build and have.
Dude, I swear I will travel 1,000 miles with somebody if I can ride in the passenger seat. But I just hate driving, dude. There's something about like the lines on the road. After a while, they kind of make me sleepy. It's almost like hypnotizing or something.
Yeah, there's a thing that I think
I'm glad I don't live in the same city as you have. like, when are you going to be on the road?
Dude, Jay and I had a road trip. We're gonna have to like draw straws to see who's gonna drive.
It would be a good debate, though.
Right.
Oh my gosh!
All right, what you got going on today, man? What you getting into?
I'm gonna go fix the lawnmower.
Yeah, okay. You've been voluntold to fix the lawnmower. I forgot. Yeah.
Let me tell you something real quick, okay?
Yeah.
I'll make it real quick. So
we're good.
I don't usually get, unless it's pure and fury. I usually don't just get mad for no reason about stuff.
Right.
It's usually like layers of things.
Right.
The lawnmower. To make a long story short, I hit a rough piece of grass. The lawnmower stopped. The battery was dead. So I had to take the battery out to charge it, right? So when I'm taking the battery out, I take off the wire, right? And it kind of jerked on something. So the screw, the bolt that holds the wire into the battery, flung like off of the wire into the grass, right?
Right.
When it flew off the wire, I'm like, I'm thinking, whatever, okay.
Right.
You know what I mean? But then I have blind spots in my eyes because of diabetes. So I could see it, then not see it, then see it, then not see it. And I saw it in the general spot that it went, right?
Right.
That was kind of a pain too, because I couldn't see exactly where it went. So I'm like, oh God, all right, whatever. So then I'm on the ground looking for this thing forever. And I couldn't find it. And I was like, come on, man. Like it's bad enough it flew off the wire. And then I couldn't figure out where it went, but it's like now I can't even find it. And it's like, it's not like it's not like it had like a 20-foot radius of where it went. I saw it went like right there.
Right. It's like when a Lego falls off your table and you don't know where the heck it went, and it bounced away over there to the other side of the wall.
So
for some reason.
now, for me to fix it, I've got like magnet pieces and stuff that I use for work, the bolts and stuff. So I'm gonna use my magnet stuff to see if I can find it.
Oh, that's a good idea.
It's probably not like a metal screw. It's probably made out of like some stupid material that the magnet's not going to get.
Out of Lego. It's a plastic screw.
But if I can't find it, I've got a tons of bolts, or I'll just go to Home Depot and find the right one, right?
Yeah.
But then Mrs. Hive was like, "Yeah, but watch when you come back around." Like
you're
gonna hit the bolt that's on the ground with the blade. It's gonna shoot.
Yeah, it's gonna shoot out, hit your window, break it.
It's gonna shoot out, hit the fence, and bounce back off the fence and hit me in the face, dude. That's what
it'll definitely be something out of Looney Tunes.
People have said, please, Hive, please use a torque wrench when repairing this. Apparently,
dude, it's funny because Pink Wheel is like, every once in a while I'll post something from work. You know, like thanks or something like that. And Pink Will's like knows a lot of stuff that I'm working on. Like, what kind of Freon you use it?
Right.
I'm like, God, do you know everything, Meredith?
Yeah.
Right.
Like,
I think the list of things that Meredith doesn't know is probably shorter.
Right. Leslie knows all the tools. Like I don't even own a toolbox. I think I bought her one for Mother's Day one year. Like the Craftsman toolbox. Everyone's like, "Oh, is that your toolbox?" No, that's my wife's. Like I don't own any tools. I just go to her.
Well,
she's a tool person.
I mean, obviously there's men and women both like that, but I just know a bunch of women, man, that just they're so like diverse and things they do. Bricks is another one, man. She was a Marine. She knows about finances. Like she can do all kinds of different stuff. Man. I'm like, God dang, man.
Yeah, dude.
Ask her about the S&P 500.
I don't know what bills to pay. I don't know how to fix anything. This house is going to go to crap as soon as she leaves me or dies or whatever. Like I'm SOL at that point.
But yeah, anyways, fixing the lawnmower. If I do that, then we'll go downhill from there.
Yeah, well, that's cool. Yeah, so I got going on. We're gonna go eat some lunch here in a little bit and just relax for the rest of the day. I'm gonna knock out laundry for everybody so she doesn't have to do any laundry. Yeah, there you go. Right.
Yeah.
That's my gift to you. I clean our bedroom. Yeah, I got to do that.
Yeah. Happy Mother's Day to all the moms out there, though. So
yes, happy Mother's Day. My mom just jumped on. Happy Mother's Day, Mom. Thank you for everything you've done for us and me and the family and everything. Thank you, everybody out there, for joining us. I really appreciate you. This is episode 2. I want to keep growing this channel, so please continue to join us every Sunday morning, 10 a.m. For a Good Morning Brick World Hive's gang.
Don't forget to like and subscribe.
Yeah, don't forget. Thank you. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Please. I will
my soothing voice on that one.
Yeah, I will appreciate that greatly. So thank you. I start off every episode with a little quote. I'm going to end it with a quote too. It's from Phyllis Diller. I want my children to have all the things I could afford. Then I want to move in with them. And I do want to do that. So if my girls are watching out there, make that money when you get older so that me and Leslie can move in with you and live the comfortable life.
You just better not leave them lights on. You lights on.
Don't leave those lights on. All right, guys. Thank you for joining us. Happy Mother's Day, everybody.
Bye, everybody.
Enjoy your day, mothers. This is your day. Run with it. Do whatever you need to do. Tell those men in your life or anybody in your family to do it for you. You deserve it. Thank you for joining us on Good Morning Brick World's Hive Gang. See y'all next Sunday, guys. Have a good day.
Go to Chippendales, moms.
Yeah.